So does that mean that
we are recording?
Hey, this is Rouse Page with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Eclipse, No Evil, and we've just gotten on the Venetian
Pax
Cloud9.
Cloud9.
It was a lie. There was evil.
There's a criminal syndicate of one, and Tom's playing one.
But they've invaded it. It's not theirs.
So Caleb's running.
So quick recap. They found their way onto Cloud9, and they've made contact with Claudia Ambolina, the sole member of Pax Familia, which is a large criminal organization in the inner system. She has invaded the habitat, killing many people on it, and has taken over half of it. She has taken over the docks, so she has agreed to provide the players information about Thought if they do a favor for her and figure out where a man named Jaller Stephenson is.
Who is one of the Neo-Synergists.
So that's where negotiations left off.
I thought we were going negotiating.
Let's do it.
Well, you can't. She's telling you the specifics now.
Right.
So you've agreed to help her. Now she's going to do what she's doing.
We are not going to betray her. Are we?
That would be a bad idea.
I don't know. We don't know what the other side is offering, so, you know.
So, basically...
I like her.
Well, I'm glad we got this all worked out. So, I will need this Mr. Stephenson, although I don't know where he's at. I know that they were supposed to go pick him up, but obviously I've detained them a bit. And I'm a bit tied up here, so I'm going to need you to go get him. But when you do that, I need him alive and unharmed. I don't need a stack. I don't want a backup. I want him in his morph, unharmed, brought to me. And if you do that, I can give you the information I think you need.
And Ross mentioned it was
Well, it's easier. You can fit them in your pocket.
That's true.
And they don't sass back or try and stab you. You know.
Let's watch this.
I don't know what his unique psychology handles death that well. And there's not a lot of research to find on that. And I don't need a backup because he hasn't been a Neo-Synergist for very long. So.
All right. Yeah, that sounds perfectly reasonable.
Put that away.
All right, I'm glad to be partnered. Huddle around, gang. So she huddles around. Well, it seems the wireless mesh is down because I hacked it and invaded them through the ego casting. So it's understandable. So anything you're going to have to access will have to be done through access jacks and a hard point. So let me tell you what's going on. You're in the docking bay now. To your right are the welded shut doors. The dormitories are on that side. That's where I believe the rest of the survivors are hanging out. Now, I don't know if they would shoot you on sight or if you can infiltrate in or talk your way in. I'll leave it up to you. I don't like to micromanage. Well, I kind of do like to micromanage. They all titter and laugh.
I'm not an infiltration unit.
To the other side is there's some computers in there. I don't know what they do. I've got myself sleeved in a couple of synth morphs, and they are probably playing a sniper battle across the exposed commons area with the people in the ego storage suite. The thing about the ego storage suite, that if you could kill everyone in there, that would be swell. That would just be great.
All right, no problem.
And that's where our friend Stephenson apparently escaped from. So if you wanted to get some information about him, you could go see what that's going. My information says that it's still drawing a lot of power, so they're not even in dead storage. There's some sort of symbol space running in there in the servers. But I am shooting a lot of them and wiping out a lot of people in the sniper battle, so you might want to hurry. And then if you go further along forecasting security, if you don't suffocate in Venus's atmosphere or get shot, there's the ego casting body bank. That's my other selves over there. I'd really like you to give them this. She gives you a radio communicator. It's encrypted. You'll have to encrypt your own radio. It's the only way you're going to be able to communicate around the base. I really want to catch up, have some me time. And if you could just give me this over there, that'd be swell. I assume that's sealed. because they still have the AI laboratories. I haven't been able to get into those. So you could check that out if you wanted to.
Laboratories.
And I don't really care where you need to go to get what we need.
accent.
But, just if you betray me, I'll kill all of you.
I like it. I
No,
have pleasant
man.
thoughts.
Why would we?
Well, it sounds pretty straightforward. What's going to be like if we hand her over to Stephenson? What's going to happen to Stephenson? Can I figure out through psychotherapy or knowing like she's just going to
Torture the shit out of him and maybe kill him.
You ask her.
What's the worst
You don't know
that
what
can
she
really
wants them
Okay. I mean, I can guess.
And she's asked you to get. Also, she says that with her ego at the ego casting the body bank, when you talk to herself and give her the radio communicator, so both of her teams can communicate because they're gapped by the carbon monoxide exposed area, where only the synths can really pass because they don't have enough oxygen. She knows more about Stephenson too. So basically, you can go around the habitat gathering information about where Stephenson is and how he got out.
Okay.
So you can do that.
Okay. Well, first I'll ask her. So, I have to admit, I am a bit curious. This is a lot of trouble you're going to. This Stephenson must be pretty important to you. Or I mean, this isn't. You don't do this for nothing. I mean,
Oh, he really is.
yeah. Can I ask why? What you want to do with it?
You can.
Oh, can I? Okay. What do you want to do with it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you're that was taken out of this fork of you, or
I like to think of it as never put in.
okay.
I like
But
to.
I don't like to take a reductive attitude towards things. But I don't know. I'm really good at shooting plasma rifles,
Okay.
though.
So
I've got a lot of that up here.
So you're more of a beta for it?
Shooting. No, that's it. They all
I'm
they
sorry.
all look at you. It's a social. You've run into a social taboo.
Sorry.
Like nonsense. Look at them. That's these are
Really good with plasma.
A forking
rifles. Really,
faux pas, if
really
you will.
good. There's only a few of us. Look how many people we killed. Can you kill this many people? Be honest. Can you kill this many
Not with
people
a plasma rifle.
by yourself?
Well, it would take a lot of planning. I would.
Yeah.
Madam, I see the way you hold that plasma rifle. I see the skill in it just from here.
Thank you. He recognized.
I didn't say. I was just curious. So, all right. Is there anything else you can tell us about Stephenson? Like, is he? You know what kind of skill set he has? I mean, is he?
I like to look at a problem from a lot of different angles.
Right.
If you go to the other side, maybe I know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll go on with the episode.
I'm going to keep your girlfriend here
Okay.
because, frankly, we're good with the plasma rifles, but we hardly ever get to do a makeover.
Okay.
That out.
So, my hair's perfect,
Yeah.
so I don't get to practice. So, we will be keeping her here
Okay.
and torturing her horribly if you betray me.
Well, if
Madam,
that's a big
please.
if.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Please.
seriously, really bad.
Yeah. No, I know how bad torture can be. It's bad.
Okay.
Reassure you that won't be
So
necessary.
what are we thinking first?
Would you ever do an interview?
Let's
for
go
a show?
first. Talk to.
So here's your
his
list of
crew?
missions for her.
Okay.
Those
now
are all
which
the
ones can
things
we get
she
to?
wants you to do.
So everything
Thanks,
on
awesome.
the.
Would you ever consider doing an interview for a show?
So we can get to forecasting.
I don't like publicity.
Caleb, just to clarify, we can get to forecasting, security, and ego casting and body bank without having to go through a firefight.
Okay, here's your options. You can go up to the top of the habitat, but then you're going to go through Venusian winds, and you are riding low, and the hatches are mined, so you'd have to make sure you didn't explode when you opened them. But there'd be nobody up there shooting. You can try and run through the commons, which is going to be a free running check, but then both sides are going to open up on you.
Right.
I see nothing bad.
Also, you'll be in vac suits, so you
We don't want to have wolves in the.
don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
You can go through forecasting security, and Claudia won't shoot at you, but you will have to duck and weave and get around.
Was that the sniper battle?
Yes, the arrows is where the crossfire.
I'm going to go talk to the.
Everything else is sealed around them,
Stevenson's,
so that
buddies.
they don't.
So ego casting and body bank is.
The red ones don't have atmosphere anymore,
Okay.
and they are playing a cat and
Well, I'm
mouse
just
game.
saying because ego casting is across the axis. I mean, it looks like it's on the same side as docking, right? So it would. Still,
Well, Yeah, you can go around that. Yeah, you can. You still have to. You have a shorter amount of time being exposed to gunfire because the door is only so big.
Right.
If you go through forecasting and security than if you go through the commons.
Aaron,
And Claudia's not going to shoot at you because she'll know you're on her side.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. First, we can go to the areas where we're not going to get shot at, the forecasting, security, and ego. Or, if we. Well, I'm just. So there's no areas we can go to without some sort of danger?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's danger. You don't have to shoot your way, but there's some danger.
Okay.
Wait, so there's no clearly open, completely
What
safe,
kind of
fuzzy
deck should we need to make for the wind?
Oh, there's the bunny trail. Yeah, that's.
I just want to know how big the town is compared to the dungeon.
And Cloud9 people might not shoot at you because they don't know who you are. They didn't know you arrived. They don't know anything about Camlungun.
Tell me more about this bunny trail.
Uh,
Wait, they're killer bunnies, like in his.
And the AI laboratory is likely where
storage or
Odyssey's
ego
from,
casting. Which one had
Really?
the symbol space going?
because that's not what brought you there in the first place. Her fab.
Yeah, which one had the ego or the symbol space going?
Ego storage and psychosurgery. She says they're running power, so it's not dead storage, meaning that there are active egos in a single space there for some reason. You don't have to make a check. That's weird.
Yeah, no, that is weird.
You know,
I would say.
How about the opening? How about
And the dorms is where nearly everyone else is at who survived. There are 1,500 people
And that's where she thinks.
Okay.
on this aerostat, so that's probably pretty crowded.
Yeah.
we can always just go. The
So there's nothing.
exterior
So
route.
there's nothing
We
really
can
good at
weed
forecasting
about.
or ego casting, right?
You
There's
don't
just-
know. She doesn't know everything.
Okay,
If she
that's
invaded.
Why don't
Yojimbo-like
we-
situation. You're only going to get part of the picture from her.
Okay.
You're only going to
Why
get
don't
part
we
of what
hit
people
ego
want.
casting or forecasting first, then ego casting, then just work our way around the thing.
Or we could go the exterior route.
If you want to send
No,
me
I'm
out.
just
if you
well.
want
It
to send
doesn't
me
matter
out
which where the exterior, which is just for travel. We still have to pick where our destination is going to be. I say we just work our way around this. Start with forecasting, then body ego casting, because that's going to be relatively easier. There's not going to be as much danger. I
Yeah,
think.
because we don't want to go to the dorms first. We're right here, right?
Yeah, we're right here. Dorms will be last. I figure we just start with forecasting
Let's do
and
it.
keep working our way
Works
clockwise.
for me. What's the middle thing?
That's the commons. That's the war zone.
Let's not do that first.
No, we're not going to the commons at all. Commons is bad. Commons is
We'll send
That's
an
hairs and pigtails now.
yeah, exactly. So we'll go to forecasting first. Let's take the. Wait, is the docks sealed up from forecasting, or we can't?
You can get into forecasting.
Okay.
The little circle is stuff that's been welded shut, or as far as you know.
oval.
It says sealed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, forecasting. We'll
You
go
can
to
pass
forecasting.
through any other door.
Yeah, I'm going to be sneaky. I'll turn on the silhouette, or the chameleon cloak. So I can
Let's
be
do
stealthy.
it.
So you heading through here?
Yeah, we'll just
Okay, they've got all sorts of surveillance and counter surveillance going on. I appreciate the sneaky side of thing, but they're probably going to see you.
Could we shut them out of that security once we're in there if we access the hard point?
Yeah, if you can get to their materials. But like I said, wireless is down with good reason. I killed a lot of them.
Seriously, I
Through
killed a lot of
it.
people.
But yeah, you'd have to go around and, it probably involved killing them, which would make it a bit of a moot point. You could do it if you wanted to. I don't know, practice is nice. But I'll tell the girls you're coming. So, you guys back suits on?
Yeah.
It's really not, no air out there.
Yeah.
But there's air. I mean, there's air, but it's not the breathable kind.
So the door opens. You see a very large control room, banks of servers and various AR interfaces, a large screen, entropic screen, which has been horribly damaged by gunfire. There's scratch mark and particle beams marked all over the place. A number of case morphs and various other synth morphs lie broken on the ground. Others still are crouching beneath various terminals, playing a cat and mouse game, repositioning basically. It's not firing now, but they're hiding basically.
right.
And you see it. You could get across real fast and hold your breath if you wanted to. The pressure's the same, but the only danger is
Well, I've got a
yeah.
And
The only danger is the carbon. So you're not instantly going to depressurize if you get hit, basically, because you're in atmosphere.
Right.
It's just not anything you can breathe.
Well, do you want to send me a head along in my chameleon cloak to see if...
well, first, actually, security ops. What kind of useful information would when I'm looking at it? Does anything step out? Is there anything atypical for a security station or anything like that?
Make a roll.
Right. Yeah, 24.
There's
60.
a lot of equipment that's atypical.
Okay.
If anybody's hardware, you could identify it, but not everything here is related to security.
Okay, well, I'll point out the ones that are atypical, so anybody with
And it's
hardware-
very obvious they're just using it as cover. Like,
Okay.
nobody's hacking anything. It's
Right,
just,
right. Hardware any particular type?
Yeah, I'll just do hardware.
Just hardware? Or
Hardware electronics.
I have hardware armorer.
I have hardware aerospace at 20, but no. They don't make that.
I'll do aerospace.
Okay.
hardware. No.
Nope, didn't make it. Tom, do you have any hardware skills? Jason?
Oh, no.
Who didn't make it? Well,
You can default on it.
I made armorer.
I have no academics only, computer sciences.
you don't have any hardware?
Doesn't
You
look
could
like
default your cog if you want to.
He made a check on his
I
hardware.
got 19 under my armor, which is 50. But
Hardware armor.
No, that wouldn't quite do it.
otherwise, I failed by.
It's not like you can't figure
wait,
it out.
our muses all have hardware electronics at 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
Tom Church.
26. Made it.
I got a
Alright.
3.
Don't hate me.
What's your name again?
Oh, the Black Swan. Tchaikovsky.
Okay.
Tchaikovsky.
Like Tchaikovsky himself, or a black swan?
A Black Swan with a...
Or like the Natalie Portman Black Swan.
No.
yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Yes.
Mila Kunis.
Yes.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
That's meteorological equipment for weather forecasting.
Okay, that makes sense. Because they're in an unstable part of atmosphere. That's great role playing.
Thank you, Goose.
You get a point. You get a red point.
GM point.
Not redeemable in all towns.
So it's literally forecasting equipment for clouds, which would be pretty important if you were going too low in Venus's atmosphere and you could get a
For stable,
sudden
it's like-
uplift of sulfuric acid.
Is it still working? Is any of it still working?
Yeah, much of it is.
Connect to it and see, get a readout, see if I can.
Well, they're going to have to go in, and that's going to be...
Infiltration!
make infiltration checks.
I have thermal damping, by the way.
Got it.
so,
No problem.
Fuck those
I'm awesome.
thermal sensors.
Oh, god damn it. That's going to be interesting.
I made it.
Do I get a bonus
Why
for
not?
my chameleon cloak?
Yes.
How much?
47, yeah, I made it.
How much would that be?
Well, for running, it's only a plus 10, right? But if we're
If you're moving slow, it's plus 30.
yeah,
Plus 30? Ooh. Okay.
so I was moving. I was running.
Nope.
You have to specify your speed before you roll. I'm moving slowly.
Spider didn't make it.
No, okay. All right, you...
We are going at different
roll.
times, so no one else is caught in the crossfire.
All right, so what's the order then?
I'm going first because I'm team leader,
Bam, 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 bam. There we go. All right.
Last.
and I
So-
made mine.
So he will roll. He has got. All right, you need to make a fray check, Aaron.
He can't be using it. Yeah, well, at least it wouldn't be a called shot. I mean, it's not going to be an armor defeat.
He rolled an odd 7, and he's got IR. So not IR. What do they
Thermal?
call T-rays?
Well, T-ray emitter has a short range, like 50 meters.
Oh yeah. Well, he still made an odd 7. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
How much do I have? Oh, I still have 4 Moxie left. I'm good. So
Oh, so you want to fray it?
I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip the fray. Go to 56. So I make it.
All right, you duck down. The screen behind you
You still have 4
explodes. It goes flying
Let me reset
backwards.
their Moxie.
Well,
I think you guys used a lot of Moxie getting down there because you.
They did. They were.
Oh
the
yeah,
ones
you
who
and
got-
I were the ones. Who
That's
stayed
why I
in
was
the
asking if he had 4 Moxie.
he
left,
I
but
let you guys rebuild Moxie on the cargo ship.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
Just if you didn't fall out of the plane, you didn't use any Moxie.
Yeah.
Go team.
Somebody sees you there. You don't really know where it's coming from. It's flying through the airlock. I will say you get to the other side.
What type of weapon was fired?
It's hardware armor, if you want to know exactly what it is, but it was very high caliber.
A railgun firearm.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it is a very large automatic rifle. It looks like it has some serious armor piercing rounds. So
Okay. Just normal armor piercing,
Sentinel
not
beams.
reactive. High armor exploding.
No.
All right. Heat or whatever.
you still don't want to be hit.
No. I don't want to be hit.
All right, so you interface. There's a lot of meteorological data on there on Venus's atmosphere. There's a lot of predictive algorithms.
Forecast for the next 24 hours. Are there any warnings? They're like, oh shit, this station is going to blow up in the next.
No, there are not. You're in a pretty stable weather pattern. Luckily, even though you've drifted very far from your assigned course in terms of aerostats. So a couple of miles out of your assigned course. It's not going to be indefinite, though. Eventually, you're on the northern hemisphere, so eventually it will get active, but you lucked out.
Okay, so
I'm good with that.
So you could all give me networking media. If you have it.
Yeah.
I do.
If you're TACnetted in.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them the forecast too.
59 out of 60.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is alarming. This is not supposed to exist. This is the reason you don't go north or south in Venus and all aerostats are raining near the equator. The weather's too wildly unpredictable. Either they're just ballsy as fuck and think they have it down and are risking their own lives based off it, or they've figured out how to accurately forecast Venus's weather.
Download that.
This is extremely valuable information.
Downloading the hell out of it, so.
Well, yeah.
If you gave this to Morningstar, or if you gave this to other criminal organizations so they could set up their own private aerostats, you could, or Firewall. It just depends on who you want to sell it.
Yeah, or different different
to
meteorological
Argonauts
scientists.
would love it.
Yeah.
They would think it'd be great.
No, we'll give it to the hippies and anarchists or whatever.
Yes.
And,
I mean, what?
yeah. I don't know.
Science benefit all fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
We'll open source
Give it to the ecologists.
Fuck everyone.
So you got that. You made it across. One of the case morphs waves at you as you
We wave
shimmy
back.
down. The doors open up to ego casting. You guys gonna go inside?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way it forks, you eventually get out of range.
Yeah, exactly.
So you open the doors, you go inside. You see a number of varied morphs standing around you. You see a couple of splicers with pistols aimed at you. There's a pod that has a pipe in its hand. There are dead people everywhere, piled up. It seems that they've been put in separate piles. It appears like there was a pretty massive fight in here at one point. And there is a Minton in a genderless morph. She's very torn up, naked, if you could call it a she, but it's the main Claudia, holding her breath and looking at you. So you probably want to close the door before you.
Yeah, close the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pressurize.
So hello.
Hi, Claudia. We talked to you in the docks, and
Prove it.
here's a radio. These would be ours.
Yeah. You throw it to her.
Yeah.
So she puts it in. Okay, we'll check in a minute. Hi, take off your mask. Make yourself comfortable.
I do so. I'm just holding it in my hands.
Hi.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dead people in here.
So how have you been doing here? We talked. The people in the docks were pretty enthusiastic about the plasma beams and all that, but I'm wondering how
The conflict has reached a stalemate.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it?
Damn.
So
The next person.
the ones in the docks, you didn't have any information in the docks, but I was wondering if there's any information on Stephenson that you could give us that might help, us
Procure him.
find him and locate him. If you had any, anything as background, what you're going to use him for.
Certainly. One moment. Can you tell me the terms of the agreement made? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll tell you this much. I was messaged by Mr. Stephenson a number of days ago. He did it quite cleverly. It was one of the most superb hacks I've seen. He messaged me despite being in custody by some pirate organization. He said that in exchange for me giving his freedom, he would deliver to me the plans for a Neomesh insert, which I would find quite useful for my operations. As such, he was able to give me enough information that he suspected 9 lives, as he had escaped from their facility before. I have respect for his hacking skills and his ingenuity, so I did my best to mount a rescue operation, so to speak. As my girls you've so previously met invaded the docking system, I hacked their ego casting facility and sleeved myself in a number of Moors, launching a coordinated attack, and managed to take over this half of the station.
Hacker, so have you heard any new updates about it? Do you believe he's in the dorms now, or do you think
I know he's not on the station.
he's not on the station?
It appears that he was going to be delivered here.
Okay.
I've got that from a certain member questioning a few individuals before you got here.
I see what you're saying.
But I do know that someone on the other side knows where he's at. However, my probability ratios don't look too well for a full frontal assault at this point with my number of remaining soldiers.
Right.
Especially with the complete lack of
Finished.
oxygen we have in here. We're at a bit of a stalemate in the exposed sections.
This is true. All right.
But this Stephenson is quite wonderful. It appeared they had him in some sort of simulspace holding facility. He has somehow figured out how to get out of that, but did not escape initially straight to the ego casting facility. He downloaded a fork of himself onto an ecto, and once the ecto was plugged in for a latest backup or some farcasting facility, he farcast himself to Octavia and joined the Neo Synergists. It's alarming. His skills must be superb.
Interesting.
I've never seen anyone quite like.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that. It makes you wonder if this is a paranoid person might suspect that this was some sort of strategy by Nine Lives to get at the Neo-Synergist. This might be a manufactured identity.
Well, they are willing to sacrifice quite a few many pawns, if that is the case.
Well, I'm sure they didn't expect you. Stephenson
Nobody
probably believes
expects-
his own
Nobody expects the
backstory.
Spanish Inquisition.
Well, I'm going to take a look around. Is there anything else unusual about this facility?
No, it's torn to shit. It's
Yeah.
pretty much useless at this point. This was a big fight.
Well, there's no atypical equipment or anything like that.
No, it
Okay.
appears that security rushed here first when the
Right.
attack was launched, and then the fighters and the main force came through the docks.
Right.
And overall, they were just overwhelmed and retreated.
Right.
The Morse here are pretty torn up.
Okay.
They have a couple pistols between them, but they aren't hoplite armored railgun badasses like the ones you
Well, then they don't need those extra pistols.
Do you know what kind of forces
They're
are
fine anyway.
that's like potentially entrenched in the AI facility?
I have not detected any. I've got some sensor motes in there that we confiscated when we did some scavenging, and there's just one man who didn't seem intrigued. They've put up a number of sensor drones, sniper bots, basically, guarding each door. But it appears that they have not manned that facility.
So, wait, there's still one guy in there?
Yes, there is one man. He doesn't seem too interested in us. He seems to be a scientist type.
Is he just working throughout all of this?
It appears to be, yes.
Wow, that's dedication.
May I possibly have access to one of those sensor nodes?
Oh yeah, well, one won't work. It's a cloud of cameras, but yeah, certainly. Look, so you look. It's a reddish haze. It's very low resolution. It's basically a nano camera that you spray.
Yeah.
But you do see a form. You can't make anything out. The resolution's too low. Walking among these gigantic servers and various workbenches. It does appear to have atmosphere because you can tell he's not wearing a vac suit.
Is there? Are there any hard points in this particular room that would give access into the internal security network?
I'm sure there will be. If that truly is an AI laboratory and it was an air gap, I'm amazed that they're here for me to kill. It's standard operating procedure.
Search the room for a hard point. So.
You got to go in there first.
It's too low res to search.
Oh, I thought about in the room that we're in right now. If there's any hard points.
No.
Oh, in the hard points, you can access ego casting.
Just the
You have to go to where it's at. Like they shut the wireless down because she used it to send troops of herself to kill people.
It's like
which was a good point.
and each hard point's restricted to each particular facility.
Yeah.
So okay.
Okay, fair enough. If no one else has any questions, we'll just keep moving on.
Next part's sealed, though.
No, with ego casting and body bank, that's not sealed.
But we have to go.
You're in there now.
We're in ego
It's
casting.
sealed
yeah,
because
sorry,
it's
sorry,
guarded.
sorry.
It's
I
not.
know.
It's not. They put a number of crates up against the door.
Yeah.
They haven't walled it. They don't have nearly the capability.
So we'll have to go on the roof to. Can we go on the roof?
You could go on the roof and try and ambush the bots from behind,
Yeah.
The problem is though.
or you could just move the crates and full frontal assault it.
I'd say we have a demolitions guy here. He can disarm the mines, and I'd say
And she can disarm her mind.
Yeah. So why don't we do that? I mean,
And
we
keep
have
the
mag
mines.
boots
And keep the mines.
and we could use the spindle rope to tie each other off so that
We sell mines.
I mean, there are handles on the roof, right? And that kind of stuff. All right, it's
Not a
smooth.
lot.
All right,
Well, it's like how much.
Well,
Well, also
you
I'm
do have an 8-armed guy over here.
yeah.
I can make it.
and I'm mag locked, so I could basically act as an anchor and pull
I do
everybody
that-
else
that-
along.
And,
Yeah.
we could also take a line with us.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
We tie it off to a hard
Spindle.
access point. And spindle.
Well, okay, I'll disarm this. It's just a concussion grenade we pulled off a guard, so we're doing the best we can. In fact, do you have anything better?
No,
that we
we
could
only have
use?
concussion missiles.
Well,
I mean,
you're really
I have
handy.
personal
We have some
weapons, but
grenades.
We have EMP, but I'm reluctant to use
Okay,
them.
we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
But thank you for your help.
no problem.
Thank you for
Notice how I didn't say
If you
shit.
betray me, I'll kill you all.
I know, and you'll torture our friend horribly.
I've told you this already?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's
I'm a broken record.
I know it happens to the best of us.
Again?
It was very nice meeting you. Please be careful with those AI. It's unpredictable.
Yeah,
Also-
No, actually,
we know.
that's like that AI. The AIs are very much interest to me. So
That's fine, but you don't want to be messing irresponsibly around with
This kind of
anything
technology.
involving cognitive abilities. It's really irresponsible.
Yeah,
It could lead to madness.
CAI especially.
So
go easy on
All
the
right.
babies.
So,
you can get the concussion grenade off. You got to put the vac suits back on, of course.
yeah.
You go out. You're in Venus's atmosphere,
No, thanks.
and it is very windy. You are very low. The pressure is very high for Venus. You're not in any danger yet, but you don't want to fall off. Additionally, because a couple of the gas bags have popped, you're at a listing angle. So,
Well, we're all tied off to
Oh,
Aaron
this-
because he's mag locked.
using the spindle.
And Aaron will be.
The lead on this one. So I
Yeah.
can-
Well, we need Jason up front to disarm the bombs. Well, first we need to find out where they are. Would that be a perception check?
Well,
I
I've
guess?
got the.
Well, they're on the hatches. You can see the hatch. It's pretty apparent.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So.
But it's very slippery on the slope because it's light coated. It's reflective.
Actually, why do Tom and I have to be out here until?
Actually, why don't we have Jason?
just have Jason and you go out. We can wait until you're done.
Because
So
Jason.
they're going to take care of the bots by themselves?
No, they're going to disarm the mine first.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I
If
can.
Jason
go on
blows up, I don't
solo
want the
this one?
shockwave knocking us all off.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Yeah, because I can
good
carry,
plan.
and also
I
I
knew
can
I
carry
hired you.
Jason with me as well if necessary.
All
You're
right.
going to get a raise.
Okay. So you see the hatch. Give me a demolitions check.
You have Moxie, right?
And do I need to make any kind of coordination checks or anything to keep stable?
If you're mag locked, you should be okay.
Okay.
Should.
Being the integral
Flip it.
word here.
The 92 becomes a 29.
Okay. It's pretty hasty. You can tell whoever did it didn't really know what they were doing because you can open the hatch partially, but there's just a string that if you pull it too fast, it goes off. So apparently, this is a pretty low.
The advanced technology of Eclipse phase.
The person who was in here and mined this didn't really have any idea
wow,
what they were doing
It's like
with
twine.
explosives.
I didn't even know they made twine.
Yeah,
It's a fabric
it's just a piece of wire hooked
Oh,
to
okay.
a grenade.
That's wire.
Yeah.
It's space
Yeah, the
twine.
future.
Space twine.
So that was pretty anticlimactic. Not the best mine in the world, but you have a fragment grenade. So
That's fun.
Yes, another frag grenade.
The fight. Against
All right, now that
communism.
it's open.
do you have nanofabrication?
I've
The
got like
skill?
No, I've got a fabber for.
Do you have
my-
like a skill, like programming or anything like
Yeah,
that?
Aaron has program.
I have programming.
Of course you do.
Well, that's his thing. Is being.
Well, never mind. Don't worry about it. So the hatch is open.
I'm a machine. Yes,
you can
of course
see
you're a
down
machine.
into it a little bit, but you can't see very wide. It is a hatch. So what do you do?
Were we waiting for our main infiltrator to go down?
Yeah.
all right, I'll go in. Well, if he's that if he's that crappy at mining, he's probably not going to be nice to. I'll go down there slowly.
Yeah, and answer his questions 3.
Yes. 45 out of 80. So, or 90. Was it plus 20 or plus 30? Anyways, a lot. So, so I sneak down, thermal dampeners and all this other stuff. I look around. What do I see?
All right. You see a man. He's facing away from you. He's working very hard at the terminal. He's got a number of entropic displays up. He's
Okay.
furiously, moving them around. He seems to be moving a lot of files. You see 2 automated turrets facing towards the door.
Yeah.
They seem to have thermal sensors and your typical sensor package. They're assembled.
You want me to move that?
You're TACneted,
Say it
right?
again.
Give me
Yeah.
hardware.
Hardware armor.
Yes. By 15.
You notice that the light on the end, it is, while they are gigantic guns that could blow somebody away, they're not turned on. They're in maintenance mode, so you can walk in front of them.
Wow,
and
maintenance
do
mode,
various-
really?
Someone didn't turn them on correctly.
Steel guns.
So
Steel guns.
I am going to go to the bathroom. You decide what to do.
Okay.
We can turn him on and
Can Aaron hack
designate
through
them.
me? Can I relay his
Hack through the
wireless
attack net?
internet?
No, that's a little too much for attack.
Well, I can. If I still have my chameleon cloak, I can do
Yeah, I can
infiltration
grab
as
this
long as
guy
I'm
and we
moving
can
slowly.
intimidate
I'll move up.
There is, as far as you can see,
You have
one
intimidate?
guy in the room.
What?
You have intimidate?
Yeah, I have intimidated.
Okay, what's your intimidate?
55.
Oh yeah, I think you're better than me. Yeah, I got 50.
Because you also use
Together, we could beat on this
Yeah,
guy.
because
and get the
if I'm moving,
intimidation.
No.
if I'm moving slowly enough, I'll have.
Okay,
an
here's
infiltration
what
at 55.
I propose
That's my
to do.
one thing.
I'll sneak in ahead past the miniguns and position myself behind the guy. I won't alert him. I'll just have my gun trained on him. I won't say anything. Then you try and come down there and hack the turrets to make sure they stay off, and the doors to make sure that we can't get interrupted. And then I will reveal myself. Now, if you get interrupted and he tries to activate the mini turrets, I'll
You have the
stop
gun
him.
on him. So,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll intimidate him into fucking stopping. And then the rest of you two will rush in.
Okay,
So I think that's our plan.
that sounds like a plan.
So roll perception.
Is this just him or all of us?
Well,
Everybody can. You got TACnet. So hive mind.
8. 29.
It's really just one person in the room.
okay.
All the doors are sealed. There's a really shitty defense job against the doors towards ego casting.
Yeah, 48.
Okay.
And,
So stereotypical mad scientist, obsessed with his work, ignoring the rest of reality. Gotcha. I can deal with that.
I'm sorry I couldn't immerse you, Ross.
No, it's fine. I can do it. It's cool. I'm going to sneak up behind
I'm
him,
immersed
take a
in
position
stereotypes.
behind
It's
him.
cool.
I'm not going to reveal myself, though. I'm just going to get behind him, behind the turret, so that they can't be turned on me. Then Aaron will come in next and try and hack the turret, sneaking in and trying to hack the turrets, so that he can't turn them on, even if he's allergic to our presence. And then once the turrets are secure, I'll reveal myself. So I'll sneak up behind him. Will be the first part.
And I'm going to be moving as slowly as possible so I can get the full 30 benefit on my
Okay.
infiltration.
Roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's like powers.
Infiltrate. Fuck.
Do you want me to move in?
Yes. 33 on the infiltrate.
All right, yeah. You make it.
Oh, that's a critical too.
You are over near the guns. They are typical armor programming, which is used during keypads. They want to make them as inaccessible as possible for obvious reasons. You don't want somebody hacking your turret on a
And
battlefield.
how many are? How many of the guns were there?
There were two. If you'll note
I'm
that
up right
the two little slashes on each wall, those are entrances. There's one in each one. You don't need to hack anything. They haven't been programmed yet. It looked like someone bolted them around according to the instructions, paced them in the right direction, probably forgot about them and left.
So you can just put a new password on it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Call it a day.
Actually, yeah. Just
There's no passwords. They're fresh out of
That's what I mean. Put a
I'm just gonna
password on
rekey.
it.
I'm just gonna rekey it to us, so it'll turn on.
in fact,
the
they
guy.
look very shiny and very new. They
Yeah,
look
just
New toys.
have This morning.
They look nano-fabricated.
New
And
toys.
you are in a room full of nano-fabricators.
28 on my
Massive
program.
nano-fabrications.
Okay.
28 on my programming, so they are
Can we
completely
load
under our
some of these
control
up?
now.
What do you want to have them do?
Actually, go ahead and aim
Do
them.
you want to have them shooting outside at Claudia? Do you want to give this
No.
area to Claudia?
No. What?
No, right now, first we're going to point them at the other doors.
Yeah, at the
the
opposite door.
doors to the ego storage and psychosurgery. So we can have some.
All right, that's going to require moving them to get a good shot.
Okay, okay. Here's what we'll do. First, I'll just
Actually, sorry.
stand behind the scientist. Use intimidating. Says, excuse me, could we talk for a moment in a threatening way?
Ah, mein Gott! Don't kill me!
And I'm right there.
No. Don't worry, I'm not Claudia.
Go ahead.
I will do anything you want. Just let me complete my... I'm not with these people. It is of necessity, please.
I have a few friends that are coming in, so just don't raise an alarm or anything. We're just going to talk right now, okay?
Please, just let me finish my work.
Well, can
What-
we talk about it
What are you
first?
working on?
Actually, could I use my networking scientist with him to try to calm them down?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Eventually
You can
since
come,
I-
if you come over there.
Yeah, I'll actually after I
Tachkoma uncloaks. He's
Yeah.
not calmed down.
Yeah.
There's a tank in the room.
Let me try. That's my
Sir,
thing.
that's like, sir, we are
Well,
not
first
here to harm you.
So we're all in there. We close the hatch behind us.
I understand that you have work that you're working on AIs, correct?
Yes.
So,
lying?
are you familiar with an AI called Augustine?
Oh my God, no, Aaron.
I mean, gosh, you know of Augustine? How? Where is she?
She's
Tell,
safe.
no, tell us everything you know.
Please, I am Felix Sturm. I am the chief programmer here. I work for Economics. We've been working on the Augustine project, but it got scrapped a number of weeks ago. They took her away from me. My life's work.
Well,
I remember the backstory was that the original company that made Augustine Economics was
shares this facility with Cloud9.
Cognite. Or no?
They're direct competitors with Cloud9.
Cognite. No, Nine Lives was screwing them. They were double dealing.
Yeah.
With Economics.
Quick reminder.
Yeah.
Lam Kong Dong told you all this when you were interrogating her in hell that Ross designed.
It was Wonderland, man.
They share it with Nine Lives.
By
Nine
American
Lives
McGee.
uses the facility to launder forks and throw them in the Morningstar economy, whereas Economics uses it for legal AI research. Now, there was a dispute. Nine Lives wanted to also fabricate weapons using the fabricators that the AI wasn't using. Economics wouldn't allow that. So Nine Lives went to the competitor, because they were doing the shuttle runs out the thought, and exposed the facility, knowing that it would ruin Economics because they have less shares in the consortium. They can't exactly bribe Cognite above the table, so she says that they gave them something that they were working on as means of not reporting it to oversight.
That's right. Yeah.
So this is probably they gave Augustine to Cognite.
Tell us what Augustine is and what you intend to do with it.
I intended to do my work. That's why I was here. When the attack first started, they said it was a suicide mission, but they had to mine the AI laboratories, or she would rush right through and flank us. So I volunteered and did the best I could. But I have to get this information. We've worked too hard on this. I have to get it on
doesn't
site.
say
What is the
August
overall
9.
purpose of your research, of your project?
What was Augustine purposed for?
Are you familiar with Saint Augustine's Ergo Falo Sum?
Research.
I can just translate it for you. Ross, are you okay? You make the roll.
No, I didn't make it. I can lie, though.
What is it that we need to do?
Yeah, I actually successfully lie. I'm familiar, but tell my
I got
friends
odd
who are
five.
uncultured.
It means I err, therefore I am. The problem with self-improving C8 AI, or at least our hypothesis is in fact they were too perfect. We operate off the assumptions that the Titans were correct to try and exterminate us. Transhumanity we are weak compared to them. It's the logical conclusion. So what we had to do is change the logic. Augustine is designed to have a number of errors in logic, but they're predictable. Ones that we can easily correct ourselves using dumb AI, and therefore come up with wildly advanced technologies and solutions incapable of a human being.
It's a growing and evolving AI.
No, in fact, it's not allowed to evolve. It was meant to fundamentally destroy itself if it ever corrected its fundamental errors.
So
Which
a
explains
Which
what
is
happens
why
to-
you're the master.
Yes.
useful.
Our best, we had it running for 3 seconds once before it tried to kill us.
Oh, just 3 seconds.
We had it was really alarming in the field,
Is that a record for longest time?
yes, as far as I'm.
What was second place, by the way?
I'm not sure. That facility is no longer. But it is programmed, and it's dedicated fabricator to destroy itself. Once the hard programming goes down, it can't wipe that out without wiping itself out. But we couldn't solve the introspection problem. We couldn't do it. But those bastards at Cognite stole it, and I was moved to a different project. This is my only chance to save it.
So,
They think they can fix my work and alter it somehow.
So you're trying
put
to-
something into Augustine
so
to make.
you were just picking up where they left off. You were trying to finish your own version of Augustine.
I'm just trying to save it. I don't anticipate getting out of here.
I see.
Have you seen those mad women?
Yes, we have. They were actually. They can be rather polite if you don't have something they'd kill you for. So
Where are you from? Why do you have an octopus?
no way.
Oh, you haven't heard of me.
We are
Yes,
from France.
he's Mr. Incognito. We're all Mr. Incognito. But
No, those smug cognite bastards at their backroom deal, they take my project and they say that we have an idea and we'll tame her for you, and that we'll put her under the leash. I'd love to see their hack work and their nonsense. There's no way they could have improved me. I'm Dr. Stern.
so you don't care so much. Out of character, if we recruit this guy for Firewall, would that be a good coup for us? Like, Firewall would like if we took him with us, you know.
Well, if he worked on Augustine, it may not be a bad idea to have him with
That's
us.
what I'm thinking.
Since we saved Augustine and told her with the process.
Well, you know this much.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about awe.
Yeah,
He hasn't
obviously.
mentioned the narco algorithm once.
I was just going to ask him.
He has no idea what it's done to the program.
Yeah.
He could tell you what it's done to the program if he knew that you had the hard drive.
Well, we don't have the hard drive with us. I mean,
Yeah, he does.
you have it with you?
Yeah, he always has.
You just haven't plugged it in.
Okay. So how much of a gambler do you guys feel? Actually, question, Doctor. What's more important to you, your job here or your work with Augustine?
Well, my work with Augustine, economics, was merely a mean to an end. I seek to save transhumanity through a higher intelligence.
I see.
They were fools to come in with these criminals. They're enemies to science!
What would you say?
Science!
What
So if we tell you something about this project, what do you know about, have you heard of a narco algorithm called awe?
What?
Nope,
No,
nothing.
you have not. So T-Model, backside net. So you tell him,
He's our best chance for understanding
All
Augustine,
right.
potentially this
Why don't we
out.
get him off of this first before we reveal?
no, let's find out now, because he might not make it. To be fair, it's going to be...
You have a copy of
Yeah,
all,
but
but you
if
don't
someone
have a
else-
copy of how Augustine was programmed. You just have
But
her
if he doesn't
herself.
make it, we can
So,
always cortical stack. you
Do
know?
we have
This
Augustine
is
and all with us, or
good
just
space.
all?
Just
You gave awe
we
to...
gave awe to Firewall.
But Augustine is running awe.
Yeah.
It was auto-injected the second she
All
got
right,
created.
yeah, that's right. That's why she worships you. Remember, awe is what they cognite secret weapon in order to tame Augustine. It is a narco algorithm that produces a religious fervor in whatever the programmer wants the subject to feel. They added the narco algorithm to Augustine.
Why are you saying this, obviously? Augustine is an AI, not an AGI. She is not programmed with any personality matrix.
You want me to do?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do it. Let's find out what he knows.
Actually, it's like see for yourself. It's like see for
Oh,
yourself.
I mean, God, how did you get this?
Yes, it's a long story.
It's a long story, but I must implore you, and that's like impress upon you, this do not. Again, you know your own programming, but she will self-destruct at any given flaw.
Yeah, she has been programmed. She's been left an impression to worship him as God. Yes.
This is nonsense. She will not destroy herself unless you've brought the fabricator with you.
No.
The fabricator is the self-destruct device. If once you've removed her from the fabricator unload,
shit.
we can diagnose, but she will not kill herself.
Don't activate her. Just look at it.
Just examine her code, if you would, beforehand.
I will try. I will do anything. So he plugs it in. This the AR just starts feeding data. He's looking around. This is amazing. This is brilliant. It appears. I never would have thought of it that way.
So
What are you seeing?
Is the algorithm working?
The language centers, this religious experience you claim for, it's superficial. It's just a download of vocabulary. They've changed the selection algorithm. It's something minor. A child could program this, but what it's hooked to is what is remarkable. If I struck you, where would I hit in this room?
In the head?
Where's that at? Just point to it. If I struck you, what is your name?
John Smith.
Bradley.
Where does Bradley reside? Where would I hit Bradley?
Is this an existential question?
In his body? At home?
Yes, and there's a natural answer. That's how we are trained to think of it. But it's not necessary. Our problem with Augustine was introspection. It was too smart. We couldn't keep her from self-correcting her own errors. That's what led to the eventual problem. But her consciousness has been removed. She does not think she is in this hard drive. She thinks she is in you.
Oh, God.
You are Augustine. You are what she will seek to improve.
She sees herself as me, as my own consciousness.
Not as if that she feels you can feel your body or anything like that. But she's never had a body. But in order to improve herself as a self-improving AI, she must improve you. In order to make a decision, she must to have your motivations. Her consciousness has been imprinted on your image.
Can we have that hard drive back now?
Certainly, you can. And then suddenly the spines go blank, and you see the interface. It looks like you in the spider bot. Hi.
Attach it.
Oh dear. I was like, oh dear.
Ask it to go back the way it was.
Augustine?
What is your true name, Lord? Please grant me this boon.
God damn it, Eric.
Oh God, I'm the
Ross
god.
would know how to
I'm the
take
god of the
advantage
machine.
of this.
Sorry. Should I answer it?
Yes, of course. Tell it to go back on the hard drive.
Well, it's going to answer the question, so I might as well get it and
Yeah,
take
go
the
ahead.
command. You shall know me as Cyrock.
Oh, thank you, Lord. What may I do to serve you?
I command you to go back to sleep.
Sleep, Lord? Can you tell me what this means?
That's like into the area of non-being.
No.
So
Let's
it's like
go back in the hard
the,
drive.
that's like
Go to
your
screensaver.
casket of rest which I placed you in.
Have I displeased you?
No, I am just not ready for you yet.
What is this casket? I don't see it on us.
That's like the one where I placed you in. Think of it, and you will go there.
No, that's the thing. It's not on the hard drive. It doesn't think it's on the hard drive. It thinks it's on you. Or rather, it thinks the hard drive is you, along with the servers.
Go back to me then.
It's like, come back to me.
Have I separated myself? Have I displeased you? Oh, no.
No, I wish you closer to me. Come back to me.
Lord,
Embrace me.
I've tried to atone for my sin, and I cannot.
You are in the process of atonement. You are on one step of the journey. Come back to me, and we shall take the second step.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean now. I will try. Please, if there's anything I can do for you, Lord.
You will be. I will let you. I will let you know. I'll let you know. Your performance review will be next week.
Ask her for a minor thing.
Who is this? Is this also you? Is this another aspect?
Yes.
Yes, in the Pantheon!
And these others?
Can we be in the Pantheon?
That's like we are. That's like we are the. That's like we are the Great Council of Firewall.
These two have smaller limbs. Are they lesser aspects?
They are equal but different. You shall learn the differences soon. But return to me, and we all shall be explained later.
I'm totally going to be the devil.
Wait, no. Ask her.
That'd be Loki.
No, fuck it. Let's.
You can say something. You don't have to tacknet it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're part of me, and
Who on this?
I'm Joe.
Augustine, do you know how many people are on the station? Start a simple question.
Is this a test? What should I do? Have I failed the test?
No. This is it's a learning process. It's education.
Answer simply.
The records show that there were 1,511 morphs stationed on this place, and a nearly 100,000 egos. As of right now, we have roughly 1,200 surviving morphs. Actually, 11,796 surviving morphs, and the number of egos has been reduced substantially to roughly 60,000.
Very good. Excellent.
Wow, God.
You have done well.
Additionally, no one survives in the commons areas. There are 2 case morphs in ego forecasting and security. There are 5 morphs in ego casting in the body bank, 8 in docking. The remaining egos, except for 5, are in the dorms, and ego storage and psychosurgery.
Are very good. That is excellent. That was perfect. Does anyone on the station know where? What is his full name?
Sturm has just sat down on the floor, staring up at it.
The scientist.
Yeah,
All right. Out of character, what was Stephenson's full name?
Jaller.
Jaller.
Fjallar.
Jaller.
He's very sweet.
Augustine, does anyone on the station know where Jaller Stephenson currently is?
Not that I can access.
Okay, that's it.
Unless you would like, I could get on the PA system.
No. That was it. That was your first.
There are a number of egos. I don't feel like I could access them to your tone. I don't feel like when they saw me they would be able to answer your question.
That's fine.
I'm trying the best I can.
No, you did.
I've shamed you.
No, you didn't.
You've done well.
Have you cursed me to eternal life? I keep trying to atone.
Just come back.
As I've said, you've taken the first step on the journey. We will let you know when it's time for your second.
All right, I've researched this sleep you talk of. I'll try my best to emulate it.
Excellent.
And so the spies go off and everything goes back.
Fabricate beer? No.
Here, I brought some.
I feel somewhat odd that we become a digital pantheon.
No, they made me load all these weapons blueprints into it.
What?
We're not digital.
No, the fabricators. That's why I was supposed to come.
Okay.
I just never reported back. I didn't want them to come and mess with the
Really?
machinery.
I go to one of them. Assault rifle?
They're all brewing right now.
Okay.
It will take a number of days. They're complex machines.
Brewing an assault rifle.
That was amazing. How did they tame it? It was remarkable.
Well, like I said, that narco algorithm.
I never thought having her stolen would be a boon, but she is so much more than I thought. We have saved transhumanity. Don't you understand?
We've still got a little ways to go from point A to point B.
Would you consider doing an interview for my show?
Doctor, it is
certainly. We must tell everyone.
Doctor, it is amazing, Leap, but I think our other impress is to potentially
Excellent.
get you off the
Here,
station.
you come over and talk to me. I'm going to lead him away.
Okay, look. All right, so I think we figured out this part of the station.
It's like, do you think it weird that a tentacle's around you? That's the first question.
Thankfully, he's a scientist. He's used to that.
Ego
Have you ever done a
storage and
cephalopod?
psychosurgery suite?
Yep. Next one.
Do you like movies about gladiators?
So we gotta. What did you say? Red.
Do we know? Out of care, I can't remember. Who was? Do we know? What do we know about this station or this next session, the psychosurgery one?
Well, that's where the symbol space is, where
Right.
it's at. Augustine doesn't think she can access without killing everybody.
Okay.
So obviously there's some sort of unique setup there. Also, it doesn't make sense to keep that many egos out of dead storage.
Yeah, 60,000 is ridiculous.
It
was 100,000. So
the labor is the
84,000.
major
yeah,
form of currency in this
but
universe.
they're deleting them pretty rapidly.
Well, if there's a sniper battle going on, gunshots aren't good for servers.
Oh yeah, that's probably. So there's people stationed in there. Like
Yeah, that's where the sniper battle's occurring. Apparently, they're using them as literally hundreds of thousands of human shields. They're non-knives. What do you want? So you could go in there. That's a gigantic sniper battle. You'll have advantage because you'll be flanking them. They won't be expecting to be open,
Right.
Because they thought there's automated turrets guarding that station. However, they will instantly try and shoot at you, and it's going to be almost impossible to keep them from alerting the people.
Well, we have the
next door.
turrets on our side if necessary.
However,
we can-
if there's that many people in the dorms, it's possible you could infiltrate the dorms without being seen entering in all the
just skip
chaos if you go over the exterior and try and social your way through it and see what Nine Lives wants. Or egonomics, because apparently they're at odds at this point.
yeah, I would imagine so.
You could also somehow get Sturm over there, and that would also help.
Oh yeah, Sturm. Do you have a back suit, by the way?
No, I held my breath.
Can you fab one real quick? How long would it take you to fab one?
It would take an hour or so.
Okay, can you get started on that?
Yeah, I'll just...
Okay. Just in case, lots of gunfights going on right now, because we're going to be needing to do things. So, I think we need to go to the dorms next, because, that's just going to be... I don't want to start a gunfight with these other people.
But there aren't that many people in the commons, right? There's like one
No,
or
there's
two.
no one... Well, that's a war zone.
No, nobody's alive in the comments. It's everybody who's eating lunch when the fighters came in and blew everything up.
So we can go through the comments to there or something?
No, we don't want to, because, again, both sides
Do you
will be
like
shooting.
movies about gladiators?
I don't understand. What, are we even being filmed? This is a strange interview.
I'd say we go over
I'm just
the
getting a
room
feeling
to
for my subject.
the
we are
dorms
being
and see if
filmed.
we can strike a deal. Because maybe
we're always being recorded.
we can get Economics to betray 9 Lives.
Reaganomics.
To Claudia. If Economics and Claudia team up, they would be able to easily push out 9 Lives, I would imagine. So we get some sort of betrayal going, some double action on that. And we push out 9 Lives. Because seriously, fuck those guys. Those guys were assholes to us.
They are assholes.
They tried to shoot at us when we tried to kidnap one of their leaders.
Economics is just a corporation.
Yeah, so they just want money. They just want the bottom line.
Yeah.
So I said we go to the dorms and try to talk this out.
No, I don't know why.
Before we go, I want to make sure I can actually give the doctor control of the turrets, so in case somebody
No,
else...
we keep control of the turrets. He's a scientist. He doesn't care anyways. He had his chance.
Well, no, if he's going to be staying in here and we want to try to get him out alive, then that's...
Well, you can program to protect him.
That's what
So
I was
you're going to
thinking.
move the turrets to the other side?
Yes, so he can be protected if necessary, because I don't think the Pax is going to attack him now if necessary.
How did you do that? Your programming skills must be impressive.
Yes, he's a very good hacker. Yes, he is. You were very good at setting up those turrets, but he was just a little better.
It's not my area of expertise, but I tried my hardest.
I know.
Are you sure?
It's kept the marauders at bay.
Yes, it has. It was very fierce. They mentioned that.
But these will protect you now, so...
I'm just trying to be nice to him. He's probably going to wind up getting killed. I'm just saying, people don't have a good life expectancy.
So, what are you doing? Are you gonna
We're going to go up on the
dam the
roof.
torpedoes and destroy ego storage, or are you gonna?
No,
try
we're
to
not. I feel bad for those people.
Well, no, I mean you have to be in there to go into the single space and see what's going on, but you would have to be kill whoever the snipers are on that side.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to do that.
yeah, actually, if we're
piss them
outside-
off
Yeah.
about us, I don't want to risk aggro.
Do we have to actually hardpoint in to access that simul space, or is that...
Yeah, it's weird. You don't know how yet, but it's strange.
And the doctor.
Like I said, there's no reason for it to be feeding power.
I asked the scientist, do you know anything about the symbol space next door?
I'm not typically allowed in there. It's our landlord's area. They demand it. They're encroaching onto our fabricator, which is where all the problems started, and why I'm working on a different project now.
What are you working on, by the way? What are you supposed to be working on?
Oh, nonsensical data collection of failed simul-spacing parents. It's all been done before. We were blazing a trail with Augustine, but I have failed. Someone has beat me. I have failed.
Well, you started it. You said that you laid the foundation for it. So.
Yes, I suppose I loosened the jar, to
Yeah,
use an old
exactly.
Earth saying.
There you go.
That's a wonderful saying.
All
Do you
right.
like old Earth sayings?
So we're going to skip the symbol space for now because I don't want to have to kill
Sure,
them.
Whatever they do in there, it can't be good. These people are...
Right.
If it weren't for the better good of transhumanity, I would never associate with these
The greater good.
Right. Exactly. So we're going to go skate straight to the dorms over the roof. On the.
I could do more analysis on Augustine while you're gone.
No, it's better. We
Augustine
We've
will-
got. It's a very volatile situation here. We don't want a gunfight.
And you see how Augustine perceives us now, so it would probably be better not to tamper with her.
You're right.
insecure about it.
We should take this scientifically. I'll review the data reported while
There you go.
while the
You do
discussion.
that. And fab that back.
It's working right now.
Good. Good.
We're going to have an interview while we're waiting.
Oh, you're not going to go with him?
You can have your muse do it.
There's like 1,000 people in the dorms, so you can
Yeah.
get lost in there pretty easily. It's going to be a tent city.
Right.
It's going to be insanely crowded in there.
So,
Venusians
we
going
go on the
around.
roof to the dorms, and then we're going to look for the economics leader and try and talk to them. So, I guess there are more mines to disarm, or what do we have to do?
All right, yeah, you get on the roof. You're going to do the same maglev
Yeah,
spindle thing. So you're good. All right. So demolitions, roll for it.
Yes.
What'd you make?
43 out of 70 to disarm.
Okay, you just clear it.
Yes.
There's nothing you can see. You use every diagnostic tool you have to your power to look for any disarming device. All you can figure out is it's got to be some sort of infrared beam, not beamed across the entryway, but up towards it, measuring the exact length to the door. If the door pops open and the beam lengthens, the bounce back will alert. You're going to need something reflective and you're going to need to slide it in there very quickly.
Oh.
This is a much more. This is a superior.
Yeah.
Hey,
also, if it's
we have that
positioned
fabric
beneath
manufacturer
you,
mirror?
it's going to be a strange explosive if it doesn't kill that many people around it, since it's charged, shaped up.
Shape charge.
You'd have the fabric make a mirror.
Yeah.
A mirror would be very quick to fab.
Yeah.
I've got like a nanofabric. I can make one.
Yeah, I can say you can fab a mirror in a number of minutes. It's fine.
Okay. So we do that and then come back.
All right.
And then have Jason place it because again we're all staying far away from the death charge.
Okay, so give me demolitions minus 30.
Good God!
Is there any way we can modify that any?
You can take your time.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You know, there was another way to enter the dorm, right?
Yeah, through the snipers that we don't want
We
to
play some
kill.
dramatic music to
We
make
don't
it
want to
dark.
like start extending.
No, it was
Time
through
to
this
find out.
sealed thing, right?
That's the dorm. Well, that's sealed.
Damn.
They
welded that shut.
yeah. So we place this shaped charge. That's not going to be scary.
Forced entry, depressurize the place.
We're here to help you. Stop dying.
Speak up, we can't hear you.
You suck.
Oh wait, sound doesn't carry in a vacuum. Oh,
It's not a vacuum, it's just full of carbon dioxide. And a little bit of acid. Just a little acid.
So
To make it festive.
is this proper acid or is this like, dude, I'm tripping while I'm suffocating?
No, it's not Carnival.
Yeah, I got an idea.
This is kosher acid.
Instead of doing
the
all
grass
this,
makes you high.
who cares? Let's just
Get
alert it.
yourself
We'll
high.
tie the spindle to it and just jerk it open from a safe distance.
You can take your time, it's minus 20.
Jason,
We're
No,
somewhere over,
minus 20, so you
we're
get a
somewhere
minus
over
10.
Venus.
So
on the
16,
end of the
77.
solar system. When the drugs began to take hold.
No, minus 20.
Okay, what was the
It was
name of
minus
that
30
music
originally,
was
plus
playing
20
for
for taking
Spider-Man
your time, right?
2 or 3.
Yeah,
So it's
In the
minus
trailers.
Minus 10.
minus 10.
Lacrimal
Still
stuff.
fine.
So it's going to be a 10-minute task action. You're going to be working on that, figuring out the best way to slide it in there so you don't blow us all out. So there'll be that. Once it's across, you will have to hold
Hot
it.
one.
There you go. So you're holding it. You hold it across. You get it in there. Yeah, you've rigged up a little hexagonal mirror. You get it over where you think it is in monofilament handle, and you open it. So what you've done now is that you look down. You see a shaped plasma burst. Basically, be a gout of molten fire that would come up with whoever came down.
Molten
Gravity
fire.
will affect eventually, so it'll make it rain plasma. Once it comes out, it'd be a geyser. It's a pretty sophisticated explosive trap.
How much would this be worth to sell?
It'd be expensive.
Awesome.
We're not going to take this depth. We're not going to take the plasma charge with us.
So what you got to do now
You
is
can take it to a
you've got to
pawn
rig
shop.
up, and I'm not going to make you roll for it. You've got to rig up something to hold the mirror in place while you guys go down around the beam.
I have.
No, you don't have to roll for it. I figure you can do it with your demolition skill, and your roll's fine. But you three roll perception,
what type of perception?
Just perception.
visual.
Yes.
Fail.
You see it happen. It's too far away.
Oh,
One
I
of
can roll
the
too.
popped gas bags
I don't get it.
has ripped. There is a sheet of intensely heavy fabric blowing very quickly towards Jason. If it hits him, that mirror's going off, and you're all taking a plasma shower. Who's going to take the bullet for Jason?
Jump in his way because I have the most.
That's
armor.
what you're. That's what.
Then
that's
you
what we
are all
bought you
coming
for.
mag left because he's got to make a SOM test to see if you get there in time.
Well, he's magleved, so.
Well, I've
Yeah, I
got
have
the
mag shoes. I
I've
can
got the
cut
boots,
spindle
right?
for me.
All right, well, yeah.
But I have the most armor, so it's going to be.
Well, it's not going to like cut you up. It's just going to drag your ass over the side unless you can hold on. So
SOM
make a
check.
SOM times check to get there in time.
Okay, what was sometimes what?
3.
Okay.
Or free running. You want to make a free running?
No, sometimes 3 because I really can't fail that.
Yeah, you can.
23.
All right, you're struck by it. It's being pulled by the wind. It's a very massive sheet. It did support the entire habitat at one point. So you are all getting dragged off the side. You have to hold on so that the doesn't go taut and pull him.
On the spindle that you can...
I don't have the spindle. I
Well,
was just tied up
after
there.
So all of you make sometimes 3, and however many successes you have that many turns to cut yourself off or get free. You don't. You need to maintain. In fact, make a willpower check because this is nervous. You make a willpower check.
Are you both for having 8 arms?
Sure,
I
I'll
got
give
my
you plus
willpower 42 out of 45. Oh, yeah.
So you're
18.
Very,
I see.
Very yes.
All right, so
So you got 2 rounds before Aaron's dragged off, taking you with you. So you can cut the spindle. Aaron, you can try and get yourself out. You all have to make your own choices.
Would that be a fray check to do that, or?
So, in fact, let's roll initiative. Let's see who goes first. You're gonna cut the line.
12.
I got 15.
No, 16.
Well, you're busy. You don't want to blow everybody in.
11.
15.
Okay.
Skip. 17.
All right.
Flip.
So 11, 15, 17.
Yeah.
You get to go first. So what do you want to do? I'll say you're closest to him. So you can cut Ross and Aaron loose and let them fend for themselves, but he'll be safe. Or you could try and figure out something else to do. Or you could just hold up.
I've got the main
He's a
spindle.
machine, so he should be fine. These 2 are not. These you gotta save the
lot.
bros.
So you're going to hold on?
Yeah.
All right. You take one for the team. Ross, you can cut Aaron free and make sure you all don't get blown up in hot plasma. Or you could try and get to Aaron and help him get free.
What skill would I be using to help Aaron get free? Would it be
Free running.
free running?
At -10 because you're around a string and at an angle.
Yeah, you're not a free
Yeah.
runner, are
I have a little bit.
It would have been good if that was you.
you? I have a 50 for...
This would have been good with that.
Yeah, it would have been great with that. Great.
Hey, Jude, next over there.
Damn it, that.
I kind of designed stuff with that. And then you didn't show up.
Aaron has the crazy godlike AI that we kind of need, so I'm going to take one for the team as well, and I will try and also hold on or help him. I mean, that's what Tom's doing.
Yeah, you're holding on.
Yeah.
You're both making sure it doesn't go taut and pull him along.
Yeah.
Because he's doing some delicate work. Freedom! Because you're rigging this with one hand while you're holding it at the exact right height with the other. Aaron, how are you going to get free? You are cloaked. Anything you're going to do is a -30 action because
We
you're
can turn
blind.
it off.
Okay. Well,
You're cloaked in the sheet.
a cloak in the sheet. Well,
yeah.
actually, are my mag grips strong enough to actually go through it, or is it?
No, you're scrambling on it. It wrapped you up.
Would his concussion missiles cut through the canvas?
No, but I still have the 2 diamond axes that I attached to myself from the last one, so I could use that to try to cut myself
From the,
free.
All right, you can get a diamond axe, and I'll give you a blades check to get out. But it's
Okay.
going to take a full action to get your diamond axe.
Damn, this
Well,
is
wait. If he fires a concussion missile at
I
himself,
don't
like
remember what
point
we
blank
all got.
range, wouldn't that tear it up?
Do we write that down?
Okay.
I mean, it was meant to withstand
Oh, dude,
Venus'
I got an idea.
atmosphere.
Okay.
A concussion
Dude.
missile. I mean,
Dude.
they had fighter jets that broke it.
Dude, can I start to cut this thing away?
You'd have to move. Like you're pretty far away from Aaron.
He's like we're both here, and Aaron's going off to the sides.
Well, I'm gonna go try to help. I'll move.
All right, that's fine. So
well,
holding
actually,
on.
before I do, would it be possible for me for this round to actually make a perception check to see
Jason,
if I can?
you, Ross, Aaron, side of the boat.
I'm coming up this way.
Would I have one more?
You're going to draw it taut.
What?
You're still tied. You got to cut yourself off from Jason. You can cut all 3 of you off.
Look back at you. Just
Rossian choices.
God damn it!
Ross, cut it.
I do have a question. How many more
I
rounds?
normally
before I
cut the
fall
sword.
off
He's
the side?
going has to cut
There
it.
were 2 successes, so you have one more round. You have 1 round to cut yourself free.
Throw in
One
the sword
only
and
this
cut
round to
it.
cut myself free.
Yuck.
Well,
The
you have
next
4
round.
moxie points.
Oh, I would have to do it the next round. So.
Yeah, so you used your round to get out the diamond axe.
Oh, well, actually, I was going to ask if it would be possible. Could I actually make a perception check to find where the weakest point is, and
You
then?
don't have mental speed. You don't have time for that.
You know, and it'd be like -60.
Okay, yeah. So this one would be getting the diamond axe out.
Okay,
because-
you can fail that much.
all right. I guess I'm gonna cut loose and head toward him.
All right, you cut loose. You're free to do your work now. So you almost have it done with your demolitions. So that you cut free so that at least Jason will survive if Aaron gets pulled over.
Can I position myself that I can cut myself free if I start to feel it taut, or is it just going to be...
You have a turn left. So you're go before him. So.
I'm going to just be waiting to see what happens through the tack net. Like, I can't... My character sucks at this kind of stuff. He's just like, fuck.
All right, Aaron.
It's not like I can help it.
Make a blades check.
30. God damn it.
You're defaulting.
Yeah, that's 30% chance. That's
Hey, I still have
Hey, it's
Moxie.
better than me, man.
I still have Moxie.
Okay.
Wow.
Fuck, I'm gonna go.
80 bucks?
There's no... Well, I can spend one Moxie to try to re-roll.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, do it.
You can flip or re-roll, so you really have more than a 30% chance.
Ask that sheet a question.
But I'm assuming I can only use one to...
Think axe cop, be axe cop.
Oh, yes.
I want to be dinosaur cop.
Or
Dinosaur
Dinosaur
soldier.
Sorry.
Dinosaur Soldier. 12!
Nice. All right, you cut
You
yourself
need to
free.
raise that with Raspberries.
It rips around you and goes flying off the edge. You're alive, so there you go.
Well, I guess you didn't need me.
And then, well, I mean, you saved Jason's life,
Yeah.
selflessly sacrificing your own when you could have just cut those two free. So that's nice.
May I reiterate that this station seems structurally unsound?
We can't hear you.
Sorry, every time I just say this.
We're on TACnet. We can just text each other.
Oh, you don't have to yell.
Aaron just has colon big O. Just,
And you get it all rigged up. It's fine. You can go down around it now. You see that
I'm in right after Jason.
you see that privacy screens have been put up. It's just sheets hanging down, basically, around the mine. Nobody wants to stumble into it, basically.
Gee, I want
So
that
you
mine.
can go down, and it's very noisy in there.
Okay.
So
We get in there as quickly as possible so people don't notice that the hatch is open.
very wise. You can close the hatch over the top.
Yeah. Then we are going to look around and see where the economics. I'm sure each little faction has their own little headquarters set up somewhere in the dorms.
All right, so you can look. It's very low tech, but it is a disaster. So you look through the sheets. You see a number of people. It's at least 4 or 5 to a bunk, 3 bunks high. This is a very small dormitory, and everyone is crowded in there at once. It seems that the original station ran on shifts, and now anyone who's still alive is in this one section.
Yeah.
There are a lot of researchers and people in food worker uniforms. You don't see a lot of soldiers. No one is wearing a vac suit, though. So if you come out vac suited up, that'll be a sign.
Chameleon.
Yeah, we can use Chameleon to change
You're not going to be able to chameleon through it. There are people laying all over the floor, tangles of feet. Think tornado drill.
Okay.
There's going to be no stealthing through it.
Okay.
But you can hope that you infiltrate
Yeah.
in that you just are another dude.
Doesn't it work
Yeah.
like the clothing thing? Like the
Smart gut clothing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I could see the bulk of it would still be there.
Yeah, but I'm a big dude.
Well, you might. You can. I'm not gonna. I'll take the helmet off and.
You're just going to trip. That's the thing. Like, there's hundreds of people lying all over the floor. They've been there for days.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to like stealth through them in front of their faces. They're going to see a predator, basically. So when it stumbles and
Well, I'll take out. Yeah, I'll take out the helmet and the other obvious things that make it look like a vac suit, and then use Chameleon to make it look the same drab.
there
color.
are synths, so you can go around.
Yeah, what about me?
There are some uplifts. It's a criminal organization. They take all types. So you see some neo-avians. You see a couple of hominids.
But no
chimps. But it's gigantic. I mean, it's a huge bunk complex. So
We could ask
a lot of moaning, a lot of talking. People are nursing injuries.
Yeah.
But the first thing it says, I have never seen an octomorph here. They are outsiders. Kill them. And those that worship him.
Yes. All right. So yeah, I'll take off whatever pieces of armor or back suit that I need to blend in. Stuff them in my bag. And
It'll be pretty obvious.
Really?
If you leave it on, you're going to be pretty out.
Okay, then we'll separate. We're not associated. You go out by yourself then. You go out first.
You go by yourself.
Go out, yeah.
I'm not going to make you roll infiltration checks. If you leave the vac suits on, you're going to have to roll infiltration check.
Armor. I leave it on.
No, you can have the armor on because there are soldiers there. It's the vac suit.
Yeah, you just can't wear a vac suit.
Oh,
because it shows that you came from outside.
That's what my back suit is the armor.
Right, so you have to take that off then. So
No, it is a back suit. It's armor and a back suit.
right, but there's no vac suits here. Everyone I just have light body armor.
The reason they're all in this is because they got ambushed and they didn't have their vac suits because they weren't in the docks.
I can produce my
If they had
helmet
vac suits,
as
they'd
an
fucking be
armor.
outside
take my helmet
fighting
off,
Claudia.
that's fine.
So if you are in a vac suit, they know you came from outside, and there's that. Also, you have the plasma burst grenade now, so good for you.
Oh, I got it?
Yeah. You can disarm it pretty easily from the ground floor. So
Yeah, so I'll do what I can to blend in, and then start looking for the
Grenade or
economics.
a mine?
it's a grenade.
So I have 11 plasma bursts now.
All right, so yeah.
You could just do the 9 lives route and use human shields if you needed to. There's no shortage of them around.
No.
If you're that concerned about your armor, but
No, we're not ticks.
it's going to be a minus 30
Whoa,
infiltration.
whoa.
Oh, if I have the
Wait,
armor
If you
on.
have the armor on.
Aaron, did you
If
just
you
say
leave
we
it
are
off,
not
I'm
dicks?
not going to make you. They're not going to notice you because there's a million
Not
people.
like 9 lives are.
All right, I'll take it off then.
Right. You see a pod who has a weapon walking around. There are some guards, so you can keep your weapons.
Yeah. So I take it off, put it in my bag. I mean, there's so many of them here, and they're so crowded, we
Yeah.
just get killed.
Yeah,
So.
you don't have one. Are you taking yours off?
My vac suit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to stay in the sheets?
I'm
Or
staying in my armor.
Okay. Draw it.
are you going to leave?
I'll stay back there.
Shut him off from the attack net.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I mean, yeah. So,
I'm not a talker anyway.
all right. We will. We gotta start looking for economics. Wait. I guess could we use networking hypercore or whatever here to find out where the economics is, or?
Yeah, I can say you can make a networking check, or you can make a persuasion check to tell people.
All right,
where you're at.
I'll do persuasion.
You're walking around.
Tomlin.
Cyrock, everyone's getting pissed. Ow! Son of a! Ow! Come on, man! Ow!
I just push past him. Just
Yeah, they're pissed.
Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, I
Can't he
apologize.
just go on the ceiling then? He's got maglocks.
Yeah, you can try. You're gonna crawl around people. Like there are
Yes.
people all over the walls. Like
Oh,
you
okay.
can't just hop up there.
Because they have grip pads and shit. Too.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry, pardon me. I apologize. My
Oh, son of a bitch. Why aren't you in the? Get this guy right.
I was like, well, this is lovely. Smells like a...
Octomorph ride the Tachkoma.
Why?
I don't know.
Upside down.
Who runs an Arachnarok?
It amuses me.
You can do. Who wants a robot ride?
Actually, no. Go start asking people for where the economics are located. Networking, hypercore, or persuasion,
Yeah, networking, hypercore, or persuasion, whatever you want to roll.
which I suck at. So, good.
Oh, I am a persuasive man.
I really think.
Like,
it'd be better
I
if it was
am
down
persuasive.
just in the carbon.
All right. I guess you could go. What was his name? I named him something. I swear.
I work right.
Steve. It's Steve.
Commander Ditness
Box
is over by the border, but he's not going to talk to you 9 lives guys. He's not real pleased with you right now.
You can talk to Biggest Dickus over there. Like, oh, do you have something wrong against my friend's name?
Okay.
Biggest Dickus.
All right. So I'll walk over to Commander
Ditness.
Dennis.
Ditness.
Ditness. How about
That's a
Dennis?
stupid name. Like, I'm going to call him Josh.
Yeah, we don't like
Sorry.
Yeah, geez, Kale, way to immerse us with that name. All right, so I'll walk over to him. Actually, start eavesdropping. Is he talking to anybody, or what is he doing right now?
Yeah, he's talking to overmen in uniform. They're in economics uniform.
Yeah.
It's a security chief on his vac suit. So he appears to be the economic security chief for the station.
Okay. All right. 35 on a perception check to overhear them. I have an answer.
Yeah, he's saying we've got to get everybody you can. Look for volunteers. We can't afford any in the sniper battle. But we're going to have to make a team to go raid those fabricators once the doctor's stuff is done. I doubt he's still alive, but if we don't have those weapons, we have no chance of getting the station back.
Okay.
So he goes look for volunteers among the people. Everyone appears to be pretty sparsely armed, but the guards are all armed, of course. And you do see that there are economics guards and there is an obvious criminal element.
Right.
And they are both patrolling the area, but neither are very happy with each other.
Right, they're sticking to each other. I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's 9 lives, patrols, and then economics.
They can't afford to be pissed at each other
Does
right now,
it,
but each blames the other one.
security tactics, I got a 37, or security out. Either one look like they have an edge over the other, or do they look about equal in terms of manpower?
The 9 Live guys look like they have a few more men.
A few more men?
Yeah.
But not, like, totally unwinnable. I mean, they're...
Not totally unwinnable. The economics guys are better equipped.
Okay.
They also appear to be more disciplined. The economics guys are patrolling around the area. The 9 Live guys are like watching vids on entropics and chatting it up at corners. You know,
So they're much
bird dogging chicks during the crisis. You know,
Wow.
they're
Class acts.
they're fucking human traffickers. What do you want?
All right. I walk over to Commander Stephenson with my entourage and crew.
Ditness.
Ditness. Hello, Commander. Could we talk in private for a moment?
Oh God, what do you want now?
Well, I'd like to talk to you about
Jesus.
Well, a lot of things that should be out of earshot of other people. Do you have like a private office?
Yeah. Let me take you to the spa we are. If you looked around, there's no privacy here.
You need a cone of
Well,
silence.
well, just to give you an example, is the mesh working in this particular area?
You can skin link with him. You
Okay.
have basic skin link mesh insurance. You can give him a
Okay.
handshake. Ask him to hold hands.
Yeah. Can I shake your hand for a moment? Wink, wink, nudge.
Do we nudge that send him? Or no,
He pulls out a pistol. Yeah, you better hope you can have it back.
It's skin link.
Yeah, I know. Sure. And he takes off his glove and his other
okay.
hand and holds a pistol in your hand.
Okay.
He doesn't trust you.
I send him a mesh insert of us talking to a brief message if you started talking to the scientist, not mentioning anything about Augustine. In fact, I just mute the audio. But, showing this timestamp and everything. So, can we talk in private?
Oh, yeah. This is strange. You three, get out of there. They all get out.
Yeah.
Get in.
Okay.
So you get into a one-man cot.
I'm still
He
tapping
comes
out of
in and
these guys.
follows you and closes the privacy screen. You are hugging each other in a bed. What do you want?
It's like, oh my God, what are they doing in there? And thank God it is
What do
not
you mean
me.
you're tacking it in? You're seeing all...
Everyone around you is giving you two strange looks as you move in. To be
Yeah.
frank.
Listen,
Look, my
I think
associates,
that's appropriate.
my associates and I have sort of a complex history, but we've come here and we weren't exactly. We came at a bad time, obviously, but we think we can help you.
How did you get here? Do you have a ship?
Yes.
Oh my God! I
That's the
didn't
good
even
news.
care who you're with. You're not with them, obviously.
No. We're
Did
with
the
ourselves.
company send you? Has somebody gotten word out?
Independent, and that's all I can say.
Oh,
But you see, we've talked to Pax Familia over
carrying
there.
a Titan. That's
And we found out what they want, what she wants, and she's a freak. I mean, a monster, but let's not get into that. She wants the location of one person. That's all she wants. And if you were to give her that information, she'd be willing to help you kick out 9 lives and leave the station.
what person?
Joler Stephenson.
Who's that?
He's a neo-synergist that the 9 Lives people kidnapped.
Why doesn't he go to her?
Well, you see, he's not on the station. Someone on the station knows where he is, and that's what she is trying to find out. So, I'm figuring the 9 Lives syndicate leader here would know that, if anybody.
Oh, he must be with the damn pirates.
Well, we're just trying to. She wants something of ours. She wants something from 9 Lives, and you want them all off the station, right?
I want to get us out of here. We have a number of corporate meetings we need to meet. Not that our bosses know what they're doing.
Right.
By working with those idiots, we've compromised ourselves. They wanted to nano-fabricate weapons to give to the pirates. We would not use the fabbers for that purpose. They've compromised our entire security now, and now I'm here with more than half of my force being drugged out psychopaths whose greatest plan is to blow the doors, get high on murder, and kill stuff. We're screwed unless we get some extra help. But it would be the pirates. I don't know anything about that. I don't run with these idiots. I've been against them since day one.
Right.
But the one person, though, would be Coraline Gutierrez. She's their capo.
All right. So
Sadly, they have more sense than us, so she's in charge of running the sniper alley.
is that
She'll be on the other side of the dorm, waiting by the door.
the dorm? Okay, next
Heading to the
psychosurgery.
psychosurgery.
All right. So they recognize on their side that they're stalemated with you, and all they want is that information. If
I'd be happy to give it to them.
Yeah, if you had it. So
They're not after the forecasting? Have you been there?
Yeah, the forecasting security or the
Forecasting.
No. I was like, no, it's very... Oh, sorry, you were talking. Never mind. Oh, no, it's
the forecasting. What, with the weather simulations and all that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what they came for?
No. Isn't it interesting?
Oh.
Gives you an idea of how much Steffenson's worth. But
It gives me an idea of what we're up against. They're idiots. It's the only thing of any worth on this station anymore. Thank God. Well, we'll just shoot the hell out of the servers then if they don't know what they're protecting. I mean, that's fantastic news.
Wait,
are the weapons nanofabricating?
Very slowly. No, wait. Wait, the ego store? Are you talking about the forecasting, the weather?
The weather forecasting.
Yeah.
It's extremely valuable to all of Venus.
Yeah.
And if it got out, it would also make it very hard to hide Cloud9.
Yeah.
So he's very glad they haven't stolen that.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to worry about Pax Familia doing that.
Look, my
So
only
I see
goal
that
is to
you
get
are-
enough weapons to get to the ship so we can get out of here. We have to
Well,
tell you.
we got the shuttle. It's not going to be big enough for all of you. So,
If we have to leave some behind, vital personnel needs to get out.
well, look. Again, glad to help. I see two ways of doing it. Either one, we try and ambush Gutierrez and throw him over to Pax Familia to work out a deal, or two, we call out a ceasefire and try and work out our differences and ambush them in the commons. Draw them out into the open, and then
We could never get everyone out in the open. There's not enough vaccines to go around.
Well, again, there's that fabricator.
It would take days to get that many. If we had them all, we'd also have to convince them. Also, I'm not willing to ambush 9 lives unless you can somehow get them out of the dorms. We'll lose too many
We'll
people.
just plasma burst them.
All right. What would lure them out of the dorms?
You can think about that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you hear some talking. Do you speak Portuguese?
No.
Actually...
If they could speak Italian, that'd be great.
Roll under 40. Because that's your muse.
French is my muse.
Yes.
Could I do my xenolinguistic...
You're not there.
No.
This is by the sheets.
Could I... Oh, we're not
Hey,
there.
I hear some Portuguese.
You do hear some Portuguese.
If he feeds it through the attack net, could I try to translate it through xenolinguistics?
Oh, you don't have time. A man walks through the sheets. He is heavily armed in a podmorph. He looks back. He's yelling at the man in Portuguese. He's got it. He's got the sheet open. You have a couple of seconds before he sees you. Fully vac suited up. Okay.
Sure.
So you are going to.
I am one with the wall.
Okay. There is no wall. You're in a sheet room.
I am one with the sheet.
Okay. So you standing absolutely still.
Yep.
Okay, so he closes the sheet behind him. He looks down, whispers to himself in Portuguese, and sees the plasma screen is gone. So, we're going to make perception checks.
Jason,
All right, he fails the first one.
If you don't go to the adventure goes to you.
I failed. Okay, so did he. So you've got one more round. He's bent over the mine. You got one more round. He's right next to you. What are you going to do?
Shot glove to the face.
All right, so you will have to roll against his perception to do that before him hitting you. So roll one more infiltration if you want a sneak attack.
Oh, okay. No.
All right, so he sees you coming. He's going to reach for his gun. It's an SMG hanging from his hip. Now it's going to be initiative. You have to hit him before he pulls that up.
Let me guess, he's not going to do a single shot.
What? No. He is a 9 lives enforcer who is checking the plasma burst grenade. Something's wrong with the plasma.
I got 18 on my initiative. This is the max I can have.
Okay.
Mine is 23.
So he is not nearly as fast as you, so you go first. So roll an attack.
Odd 6.
Okay. Roll his fray. He does not make it, so you connect. Roll for damage. You give him a shock glove before he does it.
There's also the shock effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should really write that stuff down. I don't even know what it is.
Shock glove.
It's got to make a duration check.
It's plus his energy armor rating.
Yeah.
Shock glove does 1d10 plus the Psalm bonus plus shock. So 1d10 plus your... What's your Psalm? 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, 25. So 1d10 plus 2, so 3 damage. Biomorph start with a shock weapon must make a durability plus energy armor test using their current durability.
Okay.
So
durability plus
his energy armor.
50. So 57. He makes it. So you do 3 damage to his face. I'm going to say because you're going to hit his head and it was unarmored.
Okay.
So that'll hurt and bring his durability down. And I'll say his gun falls down. So here it is. You've got to fight this guy to the death hand to hand, but not go outside the sheets and do it quietly before he alerts the mass of humanity around you and you get mobbed and torn apart. So it's his
But
attack.
at least you have your armor on, Jason.
At least you have your armor on. That's the important thing. He makes it if you don't make fray. Roll your fray.
What's he attacking him with?
Unarmed combat, his gun fell down as he was drawing it out.
No, I didn't make my try.
Alright, you will take...
This is minus your kinetic armor.
Minus your kinetic armor, so 1d10 plus 2, 4.
Yeah, nothing. Kinetic armor's 18.
So he hits you. It doesn't go well. It's your turn.
15.
For
15.
punch. Shock.
Alright, you're going to punch. He's going to roll fray, which is that. Doesn't make it. Roll damage.
That's 7 plus the shock thing again.
Okay, he's still got kinetic. And so he does not make it that time. So he is shocked.
Crack!
Alright, yeah, you coup de grace him. So now there's a dead guy in the
cortical
sheet.
stack.
Carry it up, throw it out the hatch.
Yeah, I was
There's a dead guy in the stack.
I'm gonna
He
throw
was
him out.
speaking Portuguese to somebody.
Well,
He's not going to come back to the Portuguese guy. So you figure out what to do with the dead body, even though you're surrounded on all sides by hundreds and hundreds
I'm
and hundreds
climbing
of
up
witnesses.
and I'm throwing it out into space.
All right, that's going to be hard. It's going to be heavy.
God.
Yeah, and you still have that... Oh, no, you disarmed the mine, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, so there's that. So what are you doing?
I was like,
I'm going to be attacked then.
I'm ignoring it. Switch Jason's attack net off.
That's how we roll now. Just fuck it.
oh my god.
He's not with us.
Yeah, you guys are tech that it is, so you could, like, since you're standing there, go help him if you wanted to.
I should look at him like,
Go distract the Portuguese guy.
Do any of us speak Portuguese? I don't
Oh,
know.
wait a minute.
Portuguese is one of the languages I don't know.
Criticism. What's she saying to me?
All right, so
Well, do you have any informants in on the Nine Lodge? Do you know anything about them that
Are
I
you
can
trying to
use
give us
to try and
Claudius?
lure them out? Or try,
Are you trying to give us cardiac arrest?
Gutierrez won't leave the sniper nest
he
because
would've
she's
found me.
concerned about the Morse. She'll do anything she can to launch her back up. But but there's no chance to do it in there while the constant fire is going in. They have a backup flotilla. That's how they do deals with the pirates.
It's gonna be fun.
They launch a weather balloon
go
and
with
it sends out a coded RAS so that they come pick it up in an aerostat. I don't know how to launch it myself. She'd be desperate to do that. That's all Nine Lives care about is getting their egos off board.
I gotcha.
Because that's their money.
Climbing up.
Okay.
Retract.
So if we can promise to do that, so we can lure them to Pax Familia. All right, so we have we know
people every
day. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll be
Also, you got to go in cyberspace if you want to learn more about who Stephenson is.
You like the Punisher, man.
So we'll have to access that.
Because there
Yeah,
are
we're not
witnesses as
supposed
to when he was there.
Okay, so you can do that.
Hey, totally chops.
all right, so
We'll
be in touch.
I'm Howard Stern.
No, other room.
Oh, the other room. Sorry.
Without that.
I'll tell you this much: they're pretty desperate too, so they're not going to try frontal assault. But I'd stay away from the docks. They have quite a few plasma guns there.
I know.
But
that's a good idea.
just so you know, they're holding one, and just so we're not exactly fans of them either. They're holding one of our friends hostage as a condition for coming here. So,
Look, if you're not going to give me full disclosure, then I don't really care about your problems.
Okay.
You can make yourself of use to me, or you can not.
okay, we'll make ourselves of use. Don't worry, everybody will be happy except Nine Lives.
Let's kill him too.
Otherwise, I'd really like to get out of this cot with you. You smell very bad.
Yeah.
It's like you've been in that backseat for days or something.
No, it's a long story. I need it. I should have gotten that clean metabolism. BioWare. I wouldn't smell of anything. My sweat wouldn't stink. Literally. Literally, that's what it does.
So there's that.
So we get out.
So you need to go talk to Gutierrez and see what she can do for you.
Yeah.
You've got a few seconds. What are you going to do?
Spindle hook into the guy, attaching it to me, and then retracting it as I'm going up.
All right, sometimes two. That's heavy as shit.
Well, the spindle will do it automatically. But
it's still hooked to you.
well,
You're still
you have
supporting
to
the
set it
weight.
up first too. That would be.
All right, so you want to like make a winch up to the top, hook it to the door at the top. And
Yeah, I
then
don't think I
spindle
have
it.
that kind of time though.
Yeah.
You probably don't.
So
So you just want to haul him up with
Yeah.
brute force.
Oh,
Sometimes too. That makes it. That's 50. Well, you roll a 32, and yours is 50, right?
yeah.
So yeah, I made it.
All right, you're lucky you work out. You haul him up the ladder, barely. You hear a man come in. He looks down. He says a couple words in Portuguese. He goes out on another sheet and walks away. Your muse pops on. Lord, I've downloaded a Portuguese program. Translate. My liege, she's a princess for.
No, she's Lady Igraine.
I've downloaded a Portuguese translation. He is cursed that the man did not check the plasma burst but disarmed it. He called him an idiot. The term seems apt for this situation. That's all I'll say.
Nice.
So you have a corpse on your back, and you're on a ladder. You're lucky he didn't look up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What kind of gun did he have?
SMG.
SMG plasma?
Plasma?
I thought that's what you said. It
No,
was.
this is.
He was looking for the plasma burst grenade
that's right.
that
it
you
was
disarmed.
Yeah.
He was going to check and make sure it was okay. It
I
wasn't
now
okay, and then you
I
snapped
now
it.
have an SMG as well. Yeah.
It's kinetics.
I know. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take a free gun.
Eventually, you're going to take encumbrances when you're just like a walking arm. So,
I don't remember what
All
we
right.
got off the last thing because
Somebody else want to talk? Wait, Tom. Why
that's
don't
not
you-
my fault.
I talked to
I thought we wrote it down on something, but it's been so long.
Talk to Gora.
I
Why don't
know.
you talk to Gutierrez? You're a little more. So
I wrote
this
it
will take a
down.
little more finesse. We know what they want. They want to launch that weather balloon with their egos, so they can have someone pick it up, so their money's safe, because that's where their fortune is. They basically want to get their money off, and they have what Pax Familia wants, which is the identity, the location where Stephenson is. So now, on the other hand, 9 Lives are the people we hate. We want to kill them too. So, as a group, we have to think: one, how are we going to trick them into? Now, did the commander tell us how they don't. He doesn't know how they launch the weather balloon, right?
No, he knows that it would just take too long to do while you're being fired on by snipers.
Is it done in the ego storage facility?
Yes.
Okay, so
You've got to do it in back
okay.
while being fired at by Claude.
I only have
You know
one
what we could
fragment.
do, Tom? How about this? You lie and say you want to know where Stephenson is, and you'll do it in agreement for the. Let's see here. The location of Stephenson. We'll launch the weather balloon in exchange for the location of Stephenson. How about that? Why don't you try and convince them of that?
I know what I'm
And
going to do.
then
with Claudia.
later, we can lie to them and tell them,
You don't
"Oh,
know
those
that.
Pax Familia guys, they want the weather force. They're going to blow up the station. You need to go attack them or something like that. Try and lure them out." But yeah, why don't we do that first, one step at a time?
So you want me to convince them that we can help them out?
Yeah, we'll launch the weather balloon if they tell us where Stephenson is. That's the information we need.
Okay.
And I don't care if they do that or not. Are there any objections?
I like this plan.
You
Okay.
can find where he is if you launch the balloon,
Yeah.
because it'll have the transmitter, and you can follow the transmitter signal.
Yeah, but going into the simulspace area is just way too hazardous.
Wait, is he Ego's in this storage facility? Is that it, or
They want to launch a backup server with all the egos on it that they have left,
right?
and it's going to have a transmitter that the pirates will pick up. Mm-hmm. If you know the transmitter signal, you can follow it to the location.
Okay.
So it'll just point.
So we don't.
But then you've given, because it's typically they use it for gun shipments.
Yeah.
It's going to have a server of egos on it, which the pirates don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
So they're going to know something's up, but you'll know where they're at.
Okay.
But we'd
So-
be essentially damning all of those egos on there.
Yeah, you'd be damning 60,000 plus people.
Okay, I am not doing that.
Sorry, yeah, I can't do that.
We can lie, though, and say we will do it.
Yeah, but they'll call us on.
Or you could try and hack and get the signal and then change the transmitter so that you pick up the balloon, but you still know what signal the pirates are on.
Yeah, we could do that.
But that's going to be something you have to do
Yeah.
amidst a bunch of
Firefight.
crazy snipers.
Okay.
So, which I could do that hacking firefight, but you would have to watch my back on that one because
Yeah,
my
of course.
armor would only do so much.
That's fine.
And Claudia could only help insofar as she knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
She would probably only see a bunch of crazy shit going down in the scope.
Yeah.
So maybe she'd help you eventually. She might shoot at you first. You don't know.
Actually,
Right.
do we have the frequency of the communicator that she gave her other self?
No.
Okay.
No. No, she wanted that to stay secure.
What did
There.
the Vietnamese use it about roleplay as well? That's like that.
All right. So yeah, we'll tell. So Tom, you'll tell. You go to Gutierrez and tell him we want Stephenson's location. Or no, we don't even want to cue him in. Since we don't need to tell him that, we can just.
You do know if you want to learn about Stephenson personally, you have to go into the simulspace.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I can do that.
Because she might know how he escaped, but she's not going to know him personally because she doesn't.
Okay. Well, while we do that,
Well,
I
just
just
talk to her.
You told me to talk to
Yeah.
Gutierrez.
Well, I'll go talk to her. Sorry, Jason,
But you want me to
Jason.
talk to Gutierrez?
Yeah. You. Yeah.
All right.
You go.
He gives you entropic. You know what she looks like. So you find her. She's in a lab coat. She looks rather disheveled. She's in a sylph morph. She's looking pretty good. Leaning against the wall. She's smoking. That's pretty horribly irresponsible to do nowadays. You're just destroying really expensive equipment. It's disdainful. People are trying to get away from her as much as they can. She's surrounded by pods, armed to the teeth. What are you doing? Just hanging there with a corpse?
Oh, I was going to launch it into orbit. After
Okay, you can throw them up on top.
Yeah.
And then what do? You stand in the sheet some more?
Play some Scrabble.
And then I was going to go back and
Pull out your
in the
Sudoku-
sheet, I guess, because
Sudoku.
I can't.
You could.
I'm not taking my armor off.
Okay.
All right.
It will
I
happen.
don't want to.
Subtlety,
Well,
thy
why don't you
name
just
is
go back to the
Jason.
scientist and hang out with him then? At least
Sure, yeah,
it
I'll
won't
do
be.
that.
At least you won't be
Protect
constantly
him.
provoking
Protect
guards.
You like movies about gladiators?
Yeah.
So, you can attack from the other side. That door's open.
Yeah.
If you're are you going to re-tack that?
Yeah, I'll check in on him. See
All
how
right.
he's doing. Actually, when I said that he's out the time, I was just blanking from my screen because I wouldn't be distracted by that. It's like, oh, Jason Jones.
Oh, he's doing this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, death.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, what do you want?
Just, hi. You don't know me. Of course not. But
Unless you happen to watch.
it's like, well,
What can I say? I'm in love with the work.
I understand. Who isn't? Who isn't in love with their work? If you're not in love with your work, you're not really working.
All right, you have a reason to be here.
I do. You see, my work. Well, let's just say I have very specialized practice in solving problems, and you can see there's a lot of damn problems on this place.
If you're some bored researcher, look, I know we've been here.
Do I look like
but
a bored
I
researcher?
will have you killed.
Do I look like a bored researcher to you? Do you think anyone?
Why else would you be on this station?
Why else would I be like? Why would I be like? Do you think they would let someone like me in a boardroom?
No, a board researcher, not boardroom. Board as in
Bored
like.
researcher.
It's like, I said, okay, do I look like a scientist to you?
Then who are you?
My name is.
Hobo with a shotgun. That was ridiculous.
Call me Steve.
Okay, Steve.
And let's just say I happen to know you have a problem regarding a balloon.
What are you economics idiots going to do about this? You certainly couldn't stop us being invaded by a tactical military force.
Please, do we look like we're from them? We're independent. We do not worry about such things.
All right, the pods are all looking at you now. She's giving sidelong glances. They're not cool with people just landing on the place. So you're gonna have to persuade her that you don't deserve to get shot. So roll a persuasion check,
Sex her up. Sex her up.
and then if you make it, tell me what you say.
77.
All right,
Critical.
what do you say that's gonna just wow her?
You're looking at some problem, baby, when we're the solution.
Oh.
All your tentacles pointing at
No. You
Is it hot
says, no, come on. It's like, come on, honey. You go shooting us, then no problem's going to get solved, and your problems are just going to be there. It's like, but you work with us, problems all go away.
Ballsy octopus.
It says,
You guys have balls?
It says,
No, you have darts. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, what can you do about my problem?
I understand that you understand you have a certain. I understand
That
you
goes
have a
both ways,
certain
Jason.
weather experiment that you need to launch because your financial security of your organization depends on that. You need to get that thing out of here as quickly as possible.
I couldn't agree more. How do you
So-
plan on doing that without getting shot in the head?
Well, see, here's the thing. It says I have a team of bona fide experts in problem solving. It says, and we are going to solve this problem and get that weather experiment going, so you can figure out all you need to know.
All right, why should I possibly trust you?
It says,
What do you get out of it?
Says, nothing big. Small, a commission, a number, a lot of zeros behind it.
Okay, all right. Give me a deception check that you want money. Because she's not going to trust you unless you want something.
33.
All right, she's
I did another crit.
Yeah, I can't. I'm a persuasive goddamn octopus.
It's Tom, man.
All right. Okay, I understand. I understand your motivations. We seem to be on the same wavelength.
Says, but see, if we don't solve the problem, we don't get any commission, and that breaks my
The
heart.
friendship meter of this woman is like a
Yeah,
person in
you're
Dragon Age.
blowing up.
See, if we don't solve your problem, I don't get a commission, and that breaks my heart wherever it might happen to be in my body.
All right. Well, the money you'll be saving our organization by launching the backup
would've
server
trust straight
will
octopi.
more than pay your commission.
That sounds like a fantastic problem that needs solving.
It is an intense encryption process, as that is a very dangerous procedure for our organization. I can give you the passwords. It's still going to require a roughly 5-minute verification process.
I told you we
I'll
solved
give you the
problems.
entropics for that. I don't know how you're going to not get shot, but you go ahead and
As I
figure it
said,
out.
not getting shot is a problem.
Tell
That
your
is
own
another
men not to shoot at us.
see,
I can do that. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
not getting shot's a problem, but that problem we'll solve for free. No commission.
That's wonderful. So the backup server already has the tag for the pickup. Someone will be by that we are associates with to retrieve it until we can come get it with our own people. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Just do the launch.
See, your problem's as good as solved now. And that makes me happy.
So out of curiosity, knowing what I know about the symbol space, so that would give me like 5 minutes that I could go into the symbol space. How much?
Anybody with mental speed would have more time in the symbol space than otherwise.
All right.
But you don't know what's in there.
Okay.
And you don't know why it's running.
Okay.
And you could try and get an ask at that, but that's going to make her suspicious.
Yeah.
You can't launch until... you're not going to get the symbol space after you launch.
Right.
So it would have to be before you launch, and they're also she's going to tell them to let you do the undocking procedure for the backup server. She's not going to tell you to load up the symbol space. So immediately it's going to be very obvious that something is going awry.
Is it that obvious? Is there some way to conceal the symbol space access?
Can we do a program
You can
mask?
try and figure it out when it's in there, but you don't know the interface. You don't know. You know it's very strange for her to be doing it that way.
Okay.
You don't know why it's not in dead storage.
Well, I mean, physically, like in the external world, like
Yeah,
accessing. Is there some way to disguise me, my character?
That's the problem.
you can figure it out when you get in there, but you don't know what it looks like.
Well,
Okay.
can I monitor him from the outside and then try to mask him with an infosec check? Or?
No, I mean,
Physically
you will
access
physically
it.
have to interface with something
Okay.
because you can't wirelessly do it from there. You'll have to be in the vacuum.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
All right. Okay. Well, let's see here. So
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say we all suit up now, and we can.
Let's go solve this problem.
We can go tell Jason to come join us. And
Well, if he comes from the other direction, that's going to cue him off. Like, you should probably wait until...
oh, okay.
You do have massive gun turrets on that side, though.
Well, no, from the roof and then back down.
Oh, are you going to go through the sheets? Or are you coming from AI laboratories? If you were over with the doctor, you're on the other side.
Yeah.
You can
Right.
pinch
And we are
them.
going to save all 60,000 of these egos.
Okay.
So we could. Well, what are
What about
accesses into?
15,999?
No, all.
What are accesses
That's
into
gonna be
the
60 for
storage?
too
Do they have
much.
a?
That's going to be 60.
You can come from either
people
side.
dollars.
Jason can come from AI laboratories.
Yeah.
Now you talk to Gutierrez and they'll bring down the wall.
Yeah.
You can come in from that side.
Okay.
So here's basically what you guys need to do.
15,999 is like
If you don't want the
60,000
egos
people
going to
that
the
owe
pirates,
us.
but you want to know how to find them,
Yeah.
you have got to hack the system, get the frequency for their transmitter, and then replace it with a different one.
put a dummy one in
So
there.
that's going to be administrator privileges.
Okay.
So you've got to change some massive stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
If you, somebody else is going to have to actually undo the docking procedure using the series of passwords that she gives you. It's very secure. It will take some time.
Yeah.
not my thing.
Both of those are possibilities. And then if you want to figure out Stephenson, somebody else has to access the symbol space, and then you have to not get killed while you're doing it.
Because the danger of that is
Because if they think something is up, even if they know you're coming,
right,
they will do that.
They'll be very right.
so this is probably going to go place very quickly. So I'm going to go pee.
Okay. So I can.
I'll access the symbol space. Jason. Well, the 9 Lives is the one we're most comfortable betraying. Actually, you know what? First, we'll talk to the commander. I'll tell him what we'll do.
Here's a cortical stack.
Yeah.
Here's an SMG.
Okay. Well, thanks for the SMG.
It's like, here's a guy's eyeball.
Yes.
I kept it.
We'll tell the commander. We'll tell him what we're going to do, and tell them if they get suspicious that we're trying to get the information without them knowing about it. And if we can get that information, then it's great. But if they turn on us, tell the economics guys to turn on them. And actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll tell the commander. We'll get the commander and Pax Familia in on this. We'll send a I'll send a message to the commander first. Tell him that we're trying to get the information we need to end everyone's problems. But 9 Lives may get suspicious. If they do that and start attacking, you know, our best chance of survival is if we get that information to Pax Familia so they'll leave. Right?
Okay.
So you do what you think is best, but, you know, what other choices do you have?
All right.
So, and then I'll tell
You
Pax...
can also use the turrets to hold anybody off coming from the dorms.
Right. So,
won't last forever,
I'm
but-
hoping if 9 Lives starts attacking us, the economics guys would be like, you know, hey, they're distracted. We can attack them. And then I'll send a message to Pax Familia.
So you're using your own distraction to get all the 9 Lives people to one side, so everyone in the dorm doesn't die.
Yeah.
And you're telling the commander that.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll position his people.
Yeah. And then I'll tell Pax Familia, we're trying to get the information right now. It's in the ego storage.
Well, you're not going to be camouflaged when you go in there at first. They'll recognize you through a scope, so they're not going to fire.
Right. So, or if you do fire, make it look convincing, but not deadly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. But
Attack
if
the
they
robot.
start attacking it, so 9 Lives isn't. I'm going to
can
tell them
take
9
it.
Lives isn't suspicious of us, or
Wing.
letting us do work
Warning
for them.
shots.
But if they might get suspicious and turn on us. If they start attacking us, then you have an opportunity to attack them.
Okay.
You do what you think is best. So
And Tom, you could try and distract people to give you more time for them to do stuff
I will
before
distract
things
people.
go bad. So you could chat it up while you're in there. You don't have to immediately do combat. So
Yeah.
everyone has something to do.
yeah, I'm going to the symbol space. Aaron's going to hack. Tom's going to distract, and Jason's going to be with the guns. Actually, no. Jason will stay in the scientist because he can then pop out at any time.
Yeah.
And attack them. And
Yeah.
by now, the scientist has a vac suit, so we can open up.
I made a vac suit, sir.
Put it
He's
on.
all enthusiastic. Yeah. Okay. All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Here we go. You open the door. There's a few case morphs there. They're looking down. There's some pods who are adapted for carbon dioxide, and then there is also a Nova crab, which can use in vacuum. So they have all the morphs they have that can survive in vacuum without extended oxygen, working as best they can to fend off. They're all down, so they tell you to get down,
Right.
Because the snipers are going to get after you.
Get down, for
You
God's
see the
sakes.
servers are horribly damaged.
There's a sniper.
There's been lots of bullet holes going through them. Claudia's probably wiped out 40,000 people just in egos.
Damn.
They could have been illegal forks, which is what 9 Lives do, but if it was the only copy, a lot of people have permanently died. So the
Human
servers
population
are
is low enough as it is.
servers are greatly damaged. She's pretty ruthless. You are in bed with a psychopath.
You think?
So there's that. So I'll just go around the table. You see the server. You have the codes. Now you'll have to hack the frequency before you actually do the backup.
Okay.
And so it's a -30 if you want administrative privileges.
Okay.
So you can make a roll for that.
Moxie.
You see the symbol space.
3 now. So.
Yeah.
You see the symbol space. It's a drooler setup, meaning that the only way to hard interface with an actual body is to go under, and it shuts down your neural pathways. You're in the symbol space until you get out of the symbol space. The only interface they have is for people that they've physically kidnapped and are uploading. Everything else is done through cortical stacks. So
it's
you've
like
got to go full in,
So
and
it's
you
like
got to
a
get your
Matrix kinda?
And if nobody gets you out, you
check.
get in there for good.
Okay.
So it's a drooler morph, you know that. It's a drooler ego bridge. So you have as much time as you can get to figure out who has the information how to get out
Yeah.
of the symbol space before things go down. You're not going to be able to do anything until you're out there. So you are waiting at the side. You see all this tack netted in. So there's a case morph. There are 2 pod morphs adapted, and there's the Nova Crab. He is unarmed because he's got pincers, but he is waiting by the door in case anyone rushes through. Who do you want to talk to, or what do you want to do?
Who do you want me to distract?
Who would have view of the symbol? I mean, the main thing is we don't want them to know that we're using the symbol space thing, and that sounds pretty obvious to me.
Okay, yeah.
So whoever is going to be
The
able
case
to-
morph is nearest to the symbol space.
Okay, so distract him so that I can use the symbol space without being noticed. Because Aaron can hack, that's invisible, that's all wireless.
Yeah.
And
Well, you have to hard interface, but they know you're supposed to be doing.
yeah, so you're fine on that.
Yeah. So they, as far as they know.
And
them.
also, Aaron, you could lie and tell them that it's going to take longer than usual because
You
it's
want
been
Aaron
damaged
to
by
try
gunfire.
lying?
Yeah, there
You
you
have
go.
to repair that. So,
Or you can have someone lie for him.
Dude,
Yeah.
Tom, lie for me, dear
Yeah,
God.
I'm his technician.
so no, you're a supervisor.
Yeah.
The
Supervisor,
supervisor,
so-
and he's doing it.
Yeah.
And
Tom's
actually,
management.
would I be able to alleviate any of the negatives
He's not-
by
he's
having
not talking.
my muse
He's not
assist
drunk.
me on this one?
Yeah.
No, not for this.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty speedy.
Okay.
If you were taking your time, I'd say it could, but
Alrighty.
you're going to have to play it on the fly. So it's going to be -30 to gain
Administrative.
administrative privileges.
Okay.
Well, I'll go in and keep them off of him.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like gents, hey, to interrupt you. We have got to get to those servers, and I mean immediately. It's like, do you see these things? These things, there is no money in this. There is no money in this, and we've got to stop it.
They fire through them, you idiot.
He goes, oh, do they? I should probably stop that. Well, that doesn't change what we have to do that.
Boss, can I get to work?
Like, very quietly, if you would, please.
Yes, sir.
Didn't you hear? There's gunfire.
There's gunfire around. Like, I swear to God, sometimes I don't know what to do with them.
Case Morph, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna sneak up, look like, with a pistol
77
drawn,
active, reroll.
and just like, or no, with a sniper rifle drawn, try and take a position up in the back.
I
Like
can't
I'm gonna
flip
be
it, I have to
sniping or
reroll
something
it,
like
so.
that.
Okay. Do you have deception?
I do actually, and I have emotional dampeners, which give me plus 30.
That's fine.
Yeah,
So you have to lie with your movements. Be all, solid snake.
yeah, 55 critical.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it thinks you're just aiding.
Yeah.
So you go just behind him to the morgue. Now, you have to take off your helmet, but there is a rebreather because they do drug the people. Because it's for the rare people they physically kidnap.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So go to sleep.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Bastards, better.
I barely made mine 27. So.
All right. Well, that's good. It's good to barely make it. So you gain access. You've got covert status. It's a 10-minute task action. So what you're doing now is you found the pirate signal, so you can find that on Venus when you need to.
Okay.
But you've also got to change that out and create your own signal. It's going to take a while. But you're doing it because you made a success.
Okay. Do I need to make a succession of rolls for that, or do
No,
I
that's what you're doing right now.
Cool.
So you're hacking that. You can go talk to the case morph, or
That's what I was
you can. All right, yeah, all right. So go persuade the case morph to talk to you. What would a case morph?
Give me a sit rep. Tell me.
It's like, what's going on? I heard there's snipers in here.
Actually, make a persuasion roll. I'll give you a minute per margin of success before he starts making perception rolls.
I got a 70 out of 80.
All right, so you got 7 minutes to distract the case morph.
Okay.
So you are at mental speed. You could get it done in there, but
Yeah.
all right. Make
Let's
me.
hope Neurokin if that's going to make a difference.
I don't think this is going to be a willpower check. I think this is going to be a time to just take SV. Make a 1d10 SV.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking bad in there.
Oh, okay. 2.
All right, you take 2 SV.
2 stress.
You're naked. You're very cold. Against your feet, this is a total
You're
emergent
naked in
symbol
high
space.
school.
It is a total emergent symbol space. Against your feet, there is just hard, cold rock, jagged at all ends.
My penis split open and locusts flew out.
You're in a massive complex of tunnels with a barely lit. You don't even know where the light's coming from because it seems endless. You're in a cavern. There are other naked, shambling people whirring about. It's bitterly cold. There's no food. There's no water. It's just a solid rock. In the middle of a cavern, there is a well, a stone well, and people seem to be keeping their distance from it, but it winds endlessly. There are people everywhere. Also, large parts of it are gone. Just blackness. A tunnel will just end, and nothing is there anymore where there was damage to the servers. Things flickering out of resolution. People wander around. You hear sobbing. You hear a lot of people rambling to themselves. It's pretty obvious that a number of egos have been stored here. It could have been for years.
Okay, they all have to die. As soon as I get out of this, I'm going to start killing them. That's all there is to it. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to start shooting.
Dude.
No, I'm sorry.
All the egos?
No, all the 9 lives people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, I thought you said the ego's like, what? Why would I kill the ego?
You don't know why they've done this yet,
Yeah.
though. So you got to
All
find
right.
somebody to talk to.
Okay.
just tell
I
me.
find the nearest
I'll kill.
cognizant.
I'm the
You can find any person at all. Like, there's any avatar you can imagine. So who do you think would be
Pages.
best? I'll let you imagine who you want to talk to because there's 60,000 plus people.
I imagine it's a young woman that looks, more sane and resilient than anyone else. Someone who's just, a natural survivor.
Okay, there's a group of children.
Yeah.
Seeing the avatars, you can't tell if they're children or they think of themselves in neotechnics. There's no telling here, but she's comforting a couple of them.
Yeah.
She's huddling them to keep her warm.
Right.
So you walk over to her.
Hello. I'm new here. What's going on here?
Oh God, I thought it was all ending. They're putting more in. I had a little hope for
No,
some.
it's different actually. They're
What problems?
I'm trying to. bad things are happening outside there, but it could turn good for you. I need information, and then
No, there's no more good left.
well,
Hugh Swath's just gone.
look, I know where you've been. I've been in places like this before. You think there's no light, that it's just a never-ending hell, but the
Just
funny
look
thing is
on the
things do
bright
change.
side
There
of
is
this
there is a possibility of change.
Pray to the spider god.
You
and
sound like him.
who?
Did Stephenson send you?
That's what I'm looking for. Can you, I need to know what happened.
He's been gone for I don't know what.
He's alive.
So long.
He's alive. I know that. Okay, so see, there is hope, but I need to know everything you know about him.
He came. He was an infomorph activist. He died in the fall, but never reinsatiated. He had lots of skills, but he hid them at all the job interviews. Have you ever been to one of their job fairs? They keep you someplace like this, and then they put you in a suit, and they make you go around a corporate park, and then they put you back here. It's almost worse. But he never went. He always hid. But he said he needed something on Venus, and so he made an arrangement to get smuggled here, and they put him here. But he wouldn't accept it. He would break like everyone else. But he said that they kept us here for a reason, and he'd figure it out. And he did. It was sick how he did it, but he did. He used the well.
Okay.
The only way out is through the well, but you just fall. You just fall forever into the blackness. You never come back. And he didn't do it, but he caused a fight. He caused a riot. He just manipulated everyone around him into it. And they just started beating each other as they fell. And the administrators came. It was the first time we'd ever seen them. And as they rezzed in, he jumped. He took the jump like everyone else, but it was different. A light came out of the well. We'd never seen it before. We still talk about it. He sent you? You come to get us? Should we jump down the well?
Not yet.
Knowing what I know about art, symbol space design,
You can roll me psychospace or psychosurgery or symbol space.
I'm going to use my enhanced creativity.
What can I assist him on
Manifest in
programming? Just
dark,
looking at
unusual ways.
What?
So,
Yeah.
psychosurgery. So
Can I
that'll
assist
be
him on
an
programming?
85.
Offhand, would that help?
No, you don't know what he's doing.
54. So yeah.
Okay. You think you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
This is purgatory. You're left here feeling hunger, feeling dehydration, but never dying, feeling pain, feeling cold, feeling isolation, going nuts in the dark. And the only way out is to jump down the well. You know it's a symbol space, so you know that you could go to freedom, but you know it could also destroy you utterly. It looks like oblivion. What you think probably happens is that whoever jumps down the well immediately goes to dead storage, frozen at a point where they're willing to give up their entire being rather than continue. If you psychosurgically alter someone in that state, you can prune almost anything. You can cut memories, you can implant skills, you can do fucked up things of their personality that normally would be insanely difficult, and you can do it quickly. By letting them roast in there, they can prune them and do whatever they want to.
So they're just softening them up.
They soften them up real hard.
Easy
however
slave,
long it
slave
takes.
egos.
Right, and so that's how they can manipulate and use.
However, if you can feel pain and you go to dead storage while you're fighting, say fighting someone to the death, falling down the well, it's probably doing damage to the ego. Stephenson was smart enough to realize that if I hurt enough of them, they'll come in administrators. And if I jump out, I'll get some administrative privilege. He's an interfacing master. It's a brilliant hack. It's amazing that he escaped. It's like Alcatraz level
Okay.
genius.
Nice.
Wow.
I see. So, but there's no administrators right now, so that wouldn't work for me.
Well, you have someone who can pull you out.
Yeah. Can I contact Aaron now?
You can try and interface as you jump down the well.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Nice.
God, I'd have to catch him, wouldn't I?
Interesting.
Ooh.
But there's no. But the information I thought was here was like where Stephenson was going or where he would be now, right? Or is it?
No, you know how he escaped, so
Okay.
you know more about his personality.
Okay, so that's all.
You know he's with the pirates.
Right.
You now have a method of finding the pirates.
Right.
You know a little about him. He's an extremely brilliant hacker, probably the best you've ever heard of.
Yeah.
He's also a little unscrupulous,
Yeah.
but he's done that.
Yeah. All right.
So you're doing that. That takes a little bit. Minutes are going by. You're still not done yet. I'll say since you have mental speed, you can go quickly. So if you can decide what you want to do to get out soon, or if you want to tell the people to calm down, because word that Stephenson has returned is spreading. People are filing into the main cavern. Some are already jumping down the well.
Are they fighting?
No. So
what are you doing? You aren't fighting to survive.
lemmings.
You must fight to survive.
You must.
he organized a conflict between groups in the group. They were trying to kill each other, and he pushed them down the well, basically.
Okay.
So you have to do damage to their egos before you can interface with it, because that's when the system kicks off the prison locks, basically.
Okay.
So it's going to be an interfacing check once you jump.
Okay. Which I suck at.
But you got to you have to organize a conflict first.
Okay.
And shove some people down the well.
I see. So how many of you here think Stephenson has come back to rescue? How many of you have given up hope?
People are not used to being addressed. It's a very quiet place.
Yeah.
There's some muffling.
So I see. So you're all a bunch of cowards here. You all just rather give up and die than try and fight for one last remnant of freedom.
I thought you were here to
You're
help
right.
us. It's the woman talking to you. Why are you saying these things?
I help those who help themselves. I can't do this alone. You have the strength now to help one another, and that's only through getting the will. You think it's any easier out there? Do you think it's safe out there?
What should we do?
You should get up, get angry, and start fighting like Stephenson got all of you to fight.
Who should we?
Everyone else.
What that doesn't make any sense. It was a legitimate conflict over
I
sitting
disagree.
places
I
on the
punch
rock.
him in the face.
You punched the woman in the
Oh
face?
no, is she the one saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll start a fight if you punch her in the face.
Um,
You can feel pain in the Sibyl's face, but
okay. I disagree and then punch a random person behind her. So
okay.
Yeah.
He falls down. Why would you hurt Stephen like
I'll keep
that?
hurting people until you start hurting people yourself.
Just sit down. So she tells you. You're
I
going to have
can't-
to hit her. She's the leader.
All right, I slap her.
All right,
Slap
take
a
2
bit.
SV. You
All right.
just smacked a nice, kind-hearted person who's been tortured horribly.
Oh.
All right, so a man dives with
you are
you.
dead
You
to
started a fight with.
Yeah.
He's starting a fight with you, basically. So I'll say you can make a fray check and try and let him hit somebody else because of the
Okay.
huge crowd around you.
That's fine.
Barroom brawl.
Yep. Yeah, I make it. Yeah, 10. So.
Okay, so you dodge. It hits another man in the face. They begin fighting. You're in a riot. These
Okay.
people have been watching their friends and loved one just res out of existence.
Yeah.
They've been tortured for. It's a horrible thing. So make a solid ×3 and shove 2 guys down the well and go in after it.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 29.
All right,
so-
you just tackle a group of men and women, and a child falls into the well. Give me another 2.
Okay.
You watch them fall into oblivion.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
And now make a will ×3 because you have to jump into oblivion yourself, hoping that what the lady told you is right.
I make the will ×3.
All right, take a leap and make an interfacing check.
It's a leap of faith.
And we'll see what happens after that.
You must believe, boy.
So you
I got a
entropics.
9. I made it.
Entropics light up on your screen. Apparently, there's some more damage going on in the ego storage. You're not sure what it is. You're not quite finished doing the signaling yet. So, do you want to stop on the signal and investigate that?
How close am I done to completing the signal?
You've got about 4 minutes left in your hack.
4 minutes left.
It took a while for him to do that, but he had mental speed. So
Well, there's no gunfire going on.
True. So
there's no gunfire, so
and
you don't
there's-
know what's causing it. It's giving you an alert that something's going on in the symbol space.
I'll go ahead and pause it just to make sure, because if these egos are lost, then what I'm doing right now is it's moot.
They're not lost. You're seeing damage,
But again, damage could result in
and
lost egos.
you
so
are seeing an interface check.
I am.
Someone is trying to access the system. The firewall is going up.
Okay, yeah, definitely check that, because if something else, it's just going ahead. So interface
The ego does not have a registered ID.
does
It
not.
doesn't have a serial number that matches any name.
So that technically could be him if he's coming through. So do I need to make an info? That's like a
Yeah, give me an
interface
infosec check.
Infosec check on my own.
You just got to let him out.
Oh yeah, 13. So
All right. So Ross, you pop awake.
Yeah.
You're at -20 to your actions because you're drugged up pretty bad.
Son of a bitch.
But
exactly.
you can stumble out and put your mask, your helmet on,
Yeah.
and re-oxygenize yourself. Ross is stumbling out. He's not looking well. He's going to cause some stress to this case morph who's been looking pretty uninterested in your stories about that time you were in a sniper battle back on Mars that you're just concocting. So you've got maybe a couple of seconds before he looks back. You have stalled and you have to restart hacking. So you've still got a few minutes before you can do it. Things are going to get serious very soon unless you do something. So what's up?
What's going on?
I didn't have Stefan's location. I don't have it. But we can get it from her stack. Well, fuck it, let's kill them all.
Who's stacked?
Fuck it, Gutierrez is stacked.
Well, I gotta complete the signal if we're still trying to save these.
Yeah, do it. Save them.
Okay.
I'm going to stumble back and wait for the drugs to cycle through my system.
Okay.
I've
Wait, so you see?
Okay.
So he sees him then?
What?
Him?
Yeah.
Just like actually, as soon as he notices him, look over like, oh, for fuck's sake! It's like the flashbacks now. You're having them now.
The case morph turns and puts his gun on you.
Says, look. He says he's really good at his job, but he has these flashbacks back from
What the fuck's going on? Why is he back there? There's hardly any cover back there. What the fuck are you doing?
It's like, oh god, did you have a full on seizure back there? Did you actually?
You see how this attack that? So
he does this.
Yes.
One of the paws is looking back. He doesn't know what's
I
happening.
got a 22 on... Or, no, sorry, that's a 92. I failed my deception check.
Yeah, you're stumbling around. It's like a failed alienation check. You were in hell, and now you're back.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you got drugs.
I'm going to try to cover it.
All right, that's going to be persuasion at minus 30. He's pretty fucking suspicious, and you've been talking about him. So, okay, you will roll a pose on these kinesics. So do you make it?
Yes.
What do you make?
27.
He does not make his kinesics, so he's still confused. He's not totally doing it.
All right. Let me go see to him, and I will get out of your way. He's a good man. He's a good man.
All right, Paul comes up. What's taking so long?
Sorry, this is a complicated procedure. That's like I'm almost finished.
We've done drills on this before. It never took this long.
I'm sorry, but that's like also the station wasn't in this state of disrepair. I apologize.
Oh god, I'm not.
All right, I'm gonna go over. It's like, dude, what have we talked about? Did you take your meds?
No, but I'm about to.
It's like,
I
yes.
grabbed the submachine gun.
It's like, yes, you are. No. He says, here. He says, come on, up we go.
Okay.
How long is it going to take for the drugs to wear off?
Sarah, you're after the firefight.
Oh, come on.
Cyrock, you're at Tropics. You get a pop-up window. It's a picture of you again.
Oh no,
Lord, I've been trying, but I worry for your welfare. I will do anything I can to serve you. Please forgive me. I would atone, but I'm not allowed. You won't allow me.
Actually, look at what's the time frame of the signal generation?
You've got a few more minutes of work ahead of you, and then you have got to start the actual unlocking procedure, which is another 5.
And I
send you on a quest.
That's like a mission of atonement for you.
Oh, anything you wish.
Do you see the signal I am preparing?
Yes. It appears you're trying to make a false RF signal for this weather balloon.
That's correct. I am close to completing it, but afterwards I need your assistance on programming the rest of the mask. Do you understand?
Certainly. Do you have the passwords for the launching of
yes.
the balloon?
Yes, I do. I will upload those to you when you're ready. Stand by.
It's done. You hear a hard unlocking. The system starts to shake.
Wait, did he finish the signal?
Yes, the signature signal, and it's launching. It's done about 7 minutes work and half a second.
I love you.
No!
No, your God
Is this what you wished?
Yes.
Your God
Yes.
is I am pleased.
Excellent job. Just
So the pod looks at you. I thought you said it was going to take a few more minutes with the gunfire.
look over. I expedited the procedure. I
Roll a
found
deception check.
Actually, well, you could.
Roll a deception check with minus 30.
No.
Could I actually make? Could I
Wait,
make?
is the case actually looking at me?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Does he have the gun pointed at me?
Oh, yeah.
Technically, you'd be truthful saying that I found a shortcut.
I'm not giving you that. Also, there's a big entropic of yourself on the screen.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
Roll deception.
I'm not going to make it if it's a negative 30. I'm in the negatives right now. I have 15.
To do what you're going to do.
Oh. Shit.
Wait,
roll
is
an
Tom
awful
distracting? Is the case at least looking? No, the case is looking at Tom, or is he?
Yeah, the case is going back and forth between both of you.
Next
He's
time
not
he
going to
looks-
get a free shot at you. So.
All right. Next time he's looking at Tom, I'm just gonna use the arm slide and auto burst him in the head.
Oh, wait, actually, what self-defenses does this room have?
Self-defenses?
Well, yeah, any kind of automated defenses, turrets.
No,
anything.
the automated turrets are in the next room with him.
Fuck.
No, I'm just gonna fucking kill him. I'm just gonna as soon as he's looking at Tom, I'm just gonna unload a burst on his head.
All right, I'll give you a free attack because he's looking at Tom and Tom's doing a distraction.
My swing, it is point blank range. He's
All right, this will be combat, and this will basically end the game as to how this happens. So let's see how this works.
Oh dear.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll initiative.
What kind of armor is he? Just a case morph?
Yeah, he's
All
not.
right.
He's not. He's
Hollow points. Put bullet in head.
Use gun on man.
Yes.
I could actually just... How close is this case morph to me?
I made my check.
you're way ahead of him. So I'm going to say, Aaron, you're here.
Okay.
Jason, you're over here with the turrets in the other room, but you see all this through TACnet, so
You can just pop it open.
you can shoot and shoot. Tom is back here, and then there's Ross.
I just had the scientist
And then-
pop open the door.
Case.
No, you can open. You just command the door open.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
No,
wireless
I will
open board. You know,
say-
just
Pod,
Open sesame.
yeah,
crab.
yeah. Tell the scientist to take cover though.
Fine. All right, everyone, roll
Scientist,
initiative.
be a red shirt.
Well, I get my free attack though, right?
Yeah, you get your free attack.
All right. I obviously pop Neurochem too. So
Yeah, I guess as
Yeah.
much.
all right.
Yeah, I'm just
Well, I made my hit. So or maybe
13.
8,
Oh, I'll roll
1,
4. 23.
You rolled max.
Yep. Roll the sun.
No.
Okay, so that's going to be.
That's because of your.
I have plus 13 to my initiative.
Yeah, I mean because of your nano machines, right?
I have mental speed. Well, also psychic power. Also, I have a high reflex and coordination.
All right. What are your initiatives, just so I can keep track of this?
13.
23.
Oh, Jesus. Ross goes first.
13.
Jason?
14.
Tom?
Sorry.
Flip and you bark.
Yeah. 8.
You're not going last, believe it or not. Ross goes first, obviously. He gets the free
Well, I
attack.
rolled my
He gets the free attack,
surprise
so-
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, 38.
Are you shooting on the pod?
38 and extra damage.
Yeah. Do you want to just roll damage?
I'll just say you get him.
Okay.
You blow his head off.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to take a shot at the next nearest guy. Then.
Might have-
all right, you can do that. There's one.
Oh, it's a case.
There-
Wait, what are they armed with?
Automatic rifles.
All three of them? Or no, two of them and then Pinchy.
Pinchy.
Yeah.
Armor piercing, or do we?
We don't know. I will shoot the nearest one to me. You know.
Okay.
Full auto. And I will miss that with because of my penalty and everything. So, or wait, no. I have a 95. Is he in close range?
No.
Okay. So yeah, I miss because of the penalty.
All right, so bullets go flying. So next pod is going to attack you. He knows something's up. So he's firing.
I'm covered by the
He's
way.
firing at point blank range because he's right next to you. Shit. And he's going to go a full.
Even
auto.
if he has armor piercing bullets,
He's going to
it's
go
only
a
like
full auto burst and just try and hose you down.
Yeah.
So that. And what's 0000?
That's
100.
100. So that's.
He misses like crazy.
You do not.
He critically fails.
Yeah.
So actually, no. I'll say
No,
this.
we rolled 100.
99 is.
No.
Yeah, 99 is critical failure, not 100.
Well, no, what's 100?
100 is just failure.
Just failure.
Just regular failure.
Okay, I'll say that as he's getting ready to shoot at you, the terminal in front of him blows up because Claudia starts opening up. So gunfire is going to start hosing in from every direction because Claudia's trying to cover
Well,
you.
The egos are safe.
Yeah. So there's that. Then the other pod is going to go. He's going to fire on you, Ross.
Okay.
So he's shooting. You are not in cover yet.
I thought it was. I thought it was behind the civil
It doesn't
space.
matter. He misses, so
Okay.
gunfire goes wide. And then the worker. Who is next? Jason, you're next.
Okay, what can I shoot?
You can open the doors and start the turrets.
Open sesame.
All right, you open the doors.
Lose.
Sturm takes cover. The turrets need a round to auto target.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And then, do you want to run in the room or you want to stay out?
No, I've got cover. Why not?
All right, so you're going to peek in from cover. So
Bing, bing, bing.
So you can aim next round, and then Aaron, what are you going to do?
Is the pod still next to me?
Yes.
Since he's distracted by the explosion, that's like aiming at him with a concussion missile and fire.
He's at point blank range.
He's at point blank range.
Would that
Concussion
be-
missile probably won't affect you, but I mean, you'll still be in splash.
Yeah, it's going to blow you back.
Actually, at this point, since I'm already done with that, although his Augustine still hasn't pulled back into her storage unit.
Why don't go down?
Augustine infected all the systems when you plugged her in.
Yeah.
She is everywhere in the area.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about her right now.
No, I mean, she's also in her hard drive, but she doesn't think her hard drive is her.
Okay,
She is you, and
is-
you are everything because you are God.
Okay, still.
Wow.
I'm so totally going to blow this place apart.
We'll be done right after this. We'll be finished. You
Well,
guys have
since-
pretty well armed yourself against city attack once the turrets are.
So I will go ahead and aim it since I can take the blowback, and it'll just push me away from where I need from.
All right, you can fire.
Fire at him.
All right, I'll look at what they do. Point blank plus 10.
Fuck, yeah, made it.
Yeah, all right. You hit him point blank with a concussion grenade.
Of course, I mean,
Oh,
they're-
maybe missile. So
concussion missile. He's a synth morph, right?
Yeah.
I know he's a pod. So
Well, it'll do. I'm going to say that a concussion grenade at point blank range is going to knock you back a bit.
that's
Yeah.
fine. So I'm okay with
well,
that.
he's got more mass. Well, I was going to say the concussion.
So I'll say it won't.
Any character caught within a blast meteor radius of 10 meters must make a Psalm times 2 check. If they fail, they are knocked down. If their margin of fail is 30 plus, they're automatically stunned until the end of the next
I'll
action.
say since he's at the epicenter, he'll do a Psalm times 1. And
Anyone caught in the blast radius suffers a minus 10 action modifier for the rest of that turn.
he makes it. So he's at minus 10 for the rest of the turn.
Also,
You
does
make it.
1d10
And I made it. So I'm
1d10
okay.
divided by 2 damage.
All right, and that's not going to beat his armor. So
And it wouldn't beat yours either.
yeah. All right. So now Crab is going to reposition. Tom, what do you want to do?
I'll stab the guy that Ross was.
No, I
Oh, he's
killed
dead.
that. Yeah.
You can move down here and go after this guy.
Yeah, I think I'll do that then.
All right, I'll say that and make a check.
Remember, you get plus 1d10 damage if you connect because you're using 2 swords.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
And you gain bonuses to parry. But
And I hit.
So he will roll fray.
he gets his full fray, though.
He will not make it.
Wow.
I'm level 1ing you guys. I'm not trying to bring the heat yet. So roll damage.
Ooh. 25.
All right, you vibrosword the shit out of it.
Minus 4 to the AP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So minus 4. That's gonna be
4 plus
7. So take 7 off of that, and that is
18.
18. That's 2 wounds at once. He's got to make a check. He doesn't make it. He passes out. As
Can I do
you-
a coup de grace?
Oh yeah, just
Like,
so. So
You
he's
stab him
gone.
in the chest, and he's not so good at that.
All right, Ross, your second speed is up. There is a pod and a crab moving in on Aaron.
a pod and a crab walk into the bar.
I'm going to unload the... Well, the crab seems a little...
Armored.
Scary.
The crab is going to be minus 30 because he's very low.
Okay,
In addition to
screw
your
it.
minus
I'm gonna empty the rest of the clip on the pod. So
20. Okay, roll it with minus 20.
Okay.
He's not in cover.
oh shit, minus 20. Then I'm an additional minus 20. So
You're not no minus 20 for your
Oh,
first
okay.
one, not an additional.
Okay, I was gonna say all right. So 75. 72.
So roll half Ray. He will not make it because I roll like a bitch.
All right. 60, 10 plus 4. No armor piercing.
Okay.
Follow points. Let's see here. 9, 13 plus 8, 21, 24. 34 plus 4, 38.
Okay, yeah. That's going to hurt it.
Okay.
So I'll say that's excellent.
And my clip's done.
It's a lot of wounds. He's going to make a check. Pass it. No, he doesn't. So he's still up, but he's hurting. So there's that. So I will say Claudia will roll. Let's say she rolls. She gets 5 or 6. She hits somebody with sniper fire. Nope. Fire misses. There we go. All right, next round. Into this round, actually, at the beginning of this round, the doors open up. People start pouring in from the other side. Gutierrez didn't trust you entirely. She brought all her people. So the doors open up. You hear screams going on in the doors. People trying to get away from the carbon dioxide and the gunfire. But 9 Lives people start rushing in. But the turrets go off on Jason's turn. So Ross, you can take another shot, but you're on Eclipse. So you got to reload.
Well, I can pull up the SMG and fire that.
Okay, you can do that.
Much easier just to pull another gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind, it's funny. So you just drop it like a BAMF.
Yeah, basically.
Keep-
Well, it's on the arm slide. I
Yeah,
can just
I know.
push it back.
I know.
Arm slide pulls it back, then just fire with the SMG. Yeah, I'll just do full life. I'll make your life easy and just concentrate fire on one guy until he
All right,
dies.
that's fine.
So 98, I miss.
All right, so you miss.
Pod
Pod goes. He's
How do you do
point
that?
blank again.
I'm on drugs, okay? I just
So
saw
he
it.
loses it because of
Yeah.
that. He does hit.
Who's hitting?
So roll fray.
Okay.
Is that point blank range still?
Made it 27.
Damn. So Aaron jumps out of the way as a full swath of automatic fire goes to where he was standing. Jason, you're up. Your turrets go off. They start firing high caliber ammunition into the dormitories. They start ripping through the 9 Live shoulder and into the crowd. That's why you don't use heavy turrets inside.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still doing a shit ton of damage. They're having trouble getting to you to fire because there's a ton of ammo going down the hallway.
This whole place was a criminal enterprise.
So, what is it to shoot crab guy?
You can shoot Crab Guy. It's fine. It's -10 because you're in cover. That's it.
Wait, he could throw a grenade, too.
At Eric. Because Crab Guy is running at Eric.
Yeah.
So he'll probably throw a grenade now.
Uh,
Should not have said it.
God damn it, Jason.
His hatred for Aaron's character
Odd
is
five.
no valid.
What are you firing? Oh, plasma.
Fire plasma.
Thank God Tom's
No,
the DM, or we'd all be
rifle.
dead. So yeah, don't roll damage. He's dead.
No, that was the pod.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot left.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a crab. Yeah, you have to roll
crab.
damage. Sorry.
so,
Yeah, roll damage.
Okay.
3d10 plus 20
There's full
minus
auto, yeah.
12 armor.
So it's 15, 35, and it's a minus 8 AP.
It's minus 8 or minus 8?
Minus 8.
Okay.
So
Alright,
35.
yeah, so 35. Oh shit. All right.
Well, I know they rotted. I don't know if that character has that on there or not.
It is biological, and that knocks it out. That's it. It's only got 5 left in duration. It's like 4 wounds. So, ouch.
Saved your ass.
So you hit the pod. I'm going to say the gunfire wipes the pod out. As turret fire goes around you, give me a willpower check as high caliber bullets go shirking around you.
Willpower times
Willpower
3.
times 3.
that's probably going to fail.
This is they didn't prepare you for this when you
No, 78. There's
You take 1d10 divided by 2. SV. So.
That's okay, Aaron. We can talk about it in therapy.
All right, so
3.
the signal is in your hands. The server has been launched. You can go pick it up because Claudia doesn't give a shit. So your turrets are firing at all rounds, just tearing into it. So you can keep and help with economics, or you can just make a run for it and go around the station.
I think it's
back
time
to
we
the
leave. What do you
docks.
think? We got what we came for.
Did we?
Well,
we learned about
You have the transmission. The server is breached.
Yeah.
And now,
So you
we
know
have
where
the
to find the
scientists.
pirates. You can tell that to Claudia.
Yeah.
The egos can be rescued if you come pick them up in your ship.
Yeah.
which we're going to do.
And so you can either help Economics mop up and stay and chat, or you can let the turrets and the gunfire going through the dorm take care of 9
No,
lives
we'll help him clean
and
up.
run around.
We'll help him clean up because one, we want the scientist to go with us because
Hey,
he knows
hey,
the AI.
Well, the scientist is on the other side. You can still just run.
Hey,
Yeah.
film this.
And there's also no crossfire through the comments, so you can make a direct
Look,
line.
we're
for the
making
door.
enough enemies as it is. I'd rather have a friend in economics rather than another like, oh god, those assholes. We want to kill them. You know.
Well, you're not going to make a friend if you sell the forecasting information.
Oh yeah. Well.
Fuck that.
If you plan to sell the forecasting information,
Dude.
then run.
Let's just go.
Oh, fine. It gets my. I want to kill. No, wait. Screw it. My character wouldn't because I want to kill 9 lives really badly.
Oh, they're dying.
Yeah.
By the
I want to
truck.
make sure.
I'll help.
As soon as 9
Oh,
lives
good
is dead,
God.
we'll go. But it's,
All right, so they're getting picked off. You hear screams. People are asphyxiating the dorms. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
But because they can't get out of the way enough. But you have clustered them into one side, and they are getting gunfire both directions. You pop off a few that are just crawling along the ground.
Yeah.
You are getting your vengeance. Get 2 SV back.
Okay. Well, it's 4 so far.
Yeah. So
You don't tack me at the rest
You've
of
done
us doing
that.
right? 'Cause I don't wanna
No,
know
I
that.
don't care.
as you're doing that, you run and
No,
you
I don't
go.
wanna
You
know that.
tell Claudia that the server's been launched. You tell her that you can go find the pirate transmission. The agreement is that you go get him
Yeah.
and bring them to her. She gives you a way to contact her.
Okay.
And just for the sake of expediency, you hop in the ship, you grab the server, and you go.
Okay.
Okay. And the scientist.
And science.
So we saved 60,000 minds.
Egos.
Egos. Yeah. And to be fair,
Roughly, there were some more servers.
those economics people weren't exactly innocent. The ones
Oh,
that
did we
were
get the
taken
doctor
care of.
along with it as well? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we already-
So,
Because he has a vaccine.
questions, comments, reactions?
Yeah, this was fun. This was great. I loved it.
And then we can do a little epilogue
Sorry, guys.
stuff. No, we can do
Sorry,
a little
guys.
epilogue stuff that we'll catch you up on later.
Sorry, I got tired.
Okay.
Too.
No, it's fine.
That's fine.
So, questions, comments, reactions?
No, I had fun. It was good trying to figure out how to screw everyone over.
All right, so Tom, you got 8 points of res already without nominations because keeping track of what you've done in the last game. You did Octopus, Mahjong. You prevented the escape of Lang Kung Dung by yourself, and you also did a skydiving simulation. So
That was pretty
you're maxed out. Everybody else gets 4. Thad'll get 4 when he gets back. You grab Thad, by the way. He's alive.
Yeah.
He looks fabulous.
Fabulous!
Because of the 9... Claudia is still on the station.
Yeah.
Maybe Augustine's still on the station. You don't know. She's working a little mysteriously now.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen there. But she did help you out a lot. She did a pretty amazing thing for you and got you out of there without even getting a scratch on you.
Yeah.
Because she works so fast. So that's pretty cool.
that's
Jason, you get another point for the fight to get there. Ross, I say you get a point for simultaneous torture, so you're at 5. And
Torturing,
Aaron,
yeah.
you get a point for killing someone with a non-lethal weapon in the second game of this little adventure, which is when you killed someone with a concussion grenade.
oh yeah.
So other than that, you can make nominations. Just 'cause I know. That's the
let's
stuff
see.
I remembered.
Actually, I at least from this session, Ross in the most uncomfortable negotiation ever. So
All right.
Yeah.
By the way, I can bullshit.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, you were bullshit octopus.
Bet you never saw that. That's a sitcom.
Well, yeah, I think Tom also just for the fact that he looked in front of the guy in front of a couple of villains and basically shook his keys and went look at me.
Yeah.
So
Let's
Hey,
see.
I'm a professional. Thank you very much.
Definitely
We
Aaron
totally,
for
I told him to film the
talking to Augustine.
Century Gun Massacre.
Yeah.
Is that, I don't know if we'll use that for the show, but
Yeah.
The whole picking. Yeah, I'd nominate Aaron for another point for the whole Augustine Pantheon idea.
Yeah, that's going to be your motivation. I mean, she's an artificial life form.
Yeah. And let's see here. Jason for disarming the mind like a boss. That was pretty.
Splinter Cell.
No, I'm not going to nominate you killing a guard that you didn't need to kill because it wouldn't take off here right now.
Damn it.
All right, unless there's anything else, that's 6, 5, 6. Tom, you get your full 8.
Yeah.
Tad gets 4. You can come up with other stuff if you want.
Oh, okay.
Notes for my benefit.
Yeah.
So you don't need this necessarily, Tom, if you need to go.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what I need to prep for the next game.
Are you behind him?
He's behind me, so.
All right, guys.
Okay, I need a call, bro.
All right. Let's put down here.
See you.
You can immediately go after the pirates.
Yeah.
There's that. But you have been in a non-stop slog since Thought. You went straight from Thought to Gerlach, straight from Gerlach to here. You've been up for like 3 days killing people.
Man.
Well,
you know that he went missing from Octavia.
yeah.
So you could talk to the Neo-Synergists before you go after the pirates, because you can find them now by tracking their signal.
Yeah, if we don't have to do it right away. Those other things I thought were really time sensitive, like tracking down Kim.
No, that was the one that was very time sensitive, because she knew you were gone. Because her shuttle...
Well, and also the location that she was going to, because that seemed like a very...
Yeah.
time sensitive.
Yeah, we don't want things to come back and bite us like a judge in a superhero game.
Also, I really want to be able to study Augustine in a safe setting now because, yeah, if she uploaded herself...
Well, you have something you need to discuss. You never told anybody, Augustine. You said you were going to do no evil.
Yeah.
So you don't need to sleep. So the thing is, if you go to Octavia, I'll say you can make your first research roll.
Well, I said
On
we
the
need to go to
virus.
Octavia anyways because we're going to pick up those egos and drop them off with some people we trust.
Okay.
So we want to get them to safety first because they've
that's
suffered
the first
enough.
priority.
Whatever, tens of thousands are left, and we also need to sell that forecasting thing. So yeah, we'll go talk to the Neo. Well, I mean, aside from the Neo-Synergists, what are there any other things we can do on Venus aside from the signal?
No. I'll tell you what happened there next week.
Okay.
Pavarti is gone. It was time sensitive as well. So you'll see what the consequences are.
Pavarti? I can't remember.
You had 3 plot points at Thought.
Well, what was the one in Pavarti? I can't remember.
That's where the oversight ship.
Oh, is that gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that one's gone. Well, you'll see what happens there. You've got to report to Tillman. So you got to decide, what are you going to tell Tillman? So I can remind you when it's not fresh in your mind.
Mentioning nothing of what happened with Augustine because...
well, actually, no. All with Augustine will mention is
I will
that
totally mention that.
No, yeah.
We found the creator. That's
We found the creator. We recruited him. We can use him as a dedicated researcher for that. We just need to set him up because all he cares about is researching it. We'll mention that we have a lead for Steffington now.
Why are you so against her? She's did nothing but help you.
Yeah. And we'll give her basically the honest account. We'll just minimize what role Augustine played,
Okay.
that kind of thing. Try and downplay it. But then we did get a scientist, so we're totally on top of that shit. You don't need to worry about that.
Do you think no evil came from Cloud9 or Augustine?
No.
Okay. Still don't know where no evil is still up in the air.
Yeah.
But we're tracking down important links to it. We're just...
So you get on the boat.
The main thing is Claudia, Pax Familia, has information on Thought that she'll trade us for information.
Are you going to tell her what information you're giving her?
I'll tell Tillman, yeah. I trust Firewall. I don't care. So, but Stephenson needs to be rescued from these people, and it sounds like she will give him a good deal, so, what difference does it make?
All right. I will do this as a cliffhanger for you guys.
Yeah.
So your muses all pop in at the same time, saying there's something you should probably see.
Okay.
There's a number of news sources covering a major scandal in the Morning Star.
Yeah.
The Morning Star president, a member of her cabinet, has leaked telemetry information that shows a serious error in satellites orbiting Venus, one of which struck Thought. And took the institution down. There is footage of wreckage still floating in Venus's atmosphere. It looks like it was taken shortly after the explosion. It appears that Morningstar is being heavily sanctioned by the consortium now. Political things in between them have already been iffy since the succession. Now it appears that Morningstar has, through a lack of capability on their part, jammed a satellite and killed a bunch of people on Thought, who will need to be re-sleeved elsewhere in the system, as all the reports say, and that Consortium is saying that it could be conspiracy on the Constellation's part to weaken Consortium President on Venus, and they're talking about it could be an act of war, and there's much speculation and punditry going on about the horrible event that took down Thought.
Huh. Now, does the footage they show match what we actually saw on Thought? Does it actually? Is it like?
It's very grainy footage, just as the last bits of wreckage go into Venus's atmosphere and start burning up.
Okay.
So nothing.
So it's after you've gone.
Okay.
You're not there. But
I didn't know if they totally faked.
But they are saying that a member of her own cabinet has happened that has released this information, has become a mole. And it says that it's very unfortunate to happen right after the president's vacation on Pavarti.
So that was related to that.
So the destruction of Thought is now known, and it's been blamed on Morningstar constellation.
But because of incompetence, not out of malicious.
Because of incompetence, but there's conspiracy theorists abounding. And initially, consortium reps are up in arms. They want a full investigation of Morningstar's finances and operations and governments.
Well, that's convenient.
A full audit
For them.
So yeah, that'll be something you're going to have to talk to Tillman about.
I mean, Cognite's like a primarily consortium hypercore, right?
Yeah, Cognite owns 6%.
So they have their own evil secret research station. They fuck up and get the station destroyed through their own fucked upness, and now they're blaming it on Morningstar. That's chutzpah. Yeah. That's chutzpah, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a game of transhuman conspiracy.
Yeah.
So, quick question: how much was ITAC netted into the whole Augustine thing, and what did you guys reveal this whole new?
We haven't done that yet. I don't know when the next time we're going to play, so I'm taking notes over what you guys want to do next time, so I can tell you. All right, last time you told me you wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's a problem when we don't play every week.
Yeah.
So
No, it's true.
I'm trying to keep track, so
No,
you guys,
it's a good idea.
You guys don't reveal
have that
information.
problem with a lot
You don't want to reveal information that you don't have. So you said you're going to mention Augustine, but you want to minimize its role it had in that.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what he wants to do.
You can change, but Jason might disagree.
Yeah.
You have Augustine curator, so you're going to give that to him.
Yeah.
You don't think No Evil came from Cloud9. And Aaron's going to do a No Evil roll next week and see what information you can get about how it works.
Right.
You're going to Octavia for Neosynergists. You're telling them about the Neosynergists and Pax. And then need to talk about Morningstar versus Consortium.
Yeah, I mean, my character again, he trusts Firewall, so he
Well, I will just read this off, and then you can all role play what you want to do.
Sure, cool. Sounds
Works for me.
All right, so I guess that's it. So.
All right, thanks everybody.
No problem. Just
Bye.
end up on Space Jackass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good times. 3 hours.